episode of Chatty Broads with Bekah and Jess.
It has to, the time zone stuff has to do with farming.
Okay, guys, and
welcome to the world's most boring podcast.
Broads, welcome. We were just talking about time change for the past 20 minutes.
let us know in the comments,
year.
are you pro time change or anti time change?
Hot takes only?
I'm anti climate change and anti time change.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Hi, Broads. Welcome to another episode of our favorite time of year, which is the cast bio breakdowns.
Ready, guys, for the 4-part harmony? It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Oh, that was kind of dope.
I'm taking the bass on that.
That was low.
Boom, boom, boom.
I forget the words at that point.
It is the most wonderful time of the year because it is the cast bio breakdowns. The bros have joined us per tradition.
We in the building.
Listen, Broads, we have to always put this caveat at the top. We know nothing of the men of Michelle's.
Don't know about these people.
We don't know about them, so these are just assumptions. But I will say this. Are we often correct? Yes.
I'm honestly feeling the pressure today because in the past, I just want to say it on the podcast that when we were going over Greg's cast bio photo, I said, this man looks like a gaslighter.
That was,
and I was like, he
word
has
for
evil
word.
behind his eyes.
Word for word.
It was your one big moment.
No. We've collectively had some big
Your
moments.
your third eye's open
Yes,
right now.
yes.
You're seeing.
She's
Ready
starting to
face
see.
read.
But it's true. I feel like when I will go back and sometimes listen, or Broads will send clips after the season's done, and they're like, this was freakishly spot on, though we know nothing of these men, and we're just making assumptions of their photos as we go. But I wanted to say this too before we dive in. So this is the list of Michelle's men.
Yeah.
And I saw on Instagram a few days ago, Michelle posts, her season is done, everything's wrapped, they've started The Bachelor. She's posting images and videos of her setting up her classroom. Michelle is back to teaching immediately after the show is done.
Whoa.
And I couldn't be a bigger fan.
She's in it for the holiday gift cards that she knows she's going to come up on this year.
You know the parent-teacher conferences are going to be lit.
So many. Do parents still give teachers gifts? Like, do you guys get gifts for your teachers?
Oh, yeah, for
and
sure.
And what about the supporting stuff? Like, does Ember have like a counselor at school?
Supporting
Or
cast.
like in high school? Yeah, in high school we had our teachers, and then you had like your counselor,
That's high school.
and then your house president or
Oh
whatever.
my God.
House
Did you get
president.
gifts for everyone?
Well, if you were, constantly in trouble, you had relationships with all these people, and you needed
Lay down
to,
the
and it helped.
favors.
It definitely helped. And they'd have, Christmas cards from certain parents on the walls in their.
Oh my God. Now I have to do a Christmas card.
So like me and my brother shared the same advisor, and we were 2 years apart. So my parents would get them a present from each one of us,
Wow.
and that shit helped.
Yeah, how much is the disobedience worth?
I mean, it
Yeah.
makes sense to me. If I'm having to deal with a kid that is causing me problems, and the parents are hooking me up with a nice gift, dual gifts.
a little
Oh,
$100
like, I didn't-
steakhouse gift card.
We were supposed to
Okay.
do we had, the school loans you books for you're reading for English. They're like, oh, you all have to read these books. Like you loan them out from
The library.
No, but there's the library for students, and then there's like the book loaning room
Okay.
where they're like, we own 200 copies.
I do
of
like
Pride
the
and
Great
Prejudice.
Gatsby.
I do like the idea of him discovering libraries recently. He's like, there's this building funded by the government. You can go in there anytime and get these books.
It's
It
amazing.
actually
And
is
it's a
crazy.
relationship.
I went last week and I was like, these facilities are so nice, and there was
Yeah.
no one in
No,
there.
public libraries are extremely cool. But so anyway, you're supposed to return all your books to school at the end. I didn't
Right.
do any of that. And so they were like, well, you're not going to be able to walk at
Because you didn't return the
graduation
books?
because you didn't do
Where
these
were the
things.
books, Grayson?
I don't know. And my counselor was like, don't worry about it. And she signed some form and did this thing. She's like, you're going to walk.
Because of those
Whatever.
prezzies from
Yes.
mom and dad.
No, that's what my
Yes.
counselor did too, with my 64 unexcused absences. But that was just because she wanted everyone to walk, and I didn't get her any
Missed
presents.
Immersion, shout out, protected
Plug.
me because we had built up our relationship.
Don't ruin
over
that
the time.
relationship.
Okay, Rebecca?
Okay.
Okay.
It's very different.
Okay. Anyway.
All right. So we know Michelle. We love Michelle. We're excited. So let's make some assumptions about these men. Should
Let's
we
do
just
it.
dive in?
Alec.
Number 1, we have Alec.
This guy, what's the point of commenting on him when we all know he's going to be gone first week?
Are you ready for this? Harlan Williams.
Oh my God.
What is Harlan Williams?
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
Oh.
The comedian Harlan Williams. He's got,
Where he sings in space.
yeah, Rocket Man. No one? He's in Half Baked, I think.
Oh, yeah.
He does look actually a lot like
He
him.
does.
Which is why I think maybe...
We'll put up a picture of Harlan
really
Williams and this
Thank
guy
you.
because it is dead on.
Which I think maybe why when I look at him, I assume he has kind of a Kermit the Froggy type voice. Alec does. Maybe it's because I'm thinking of Harlan Williams.
I could
Like
see that.
Matt James has a Kermit the Frog voice. I was laughing at Evan's impression of Matt the other day. And like, I just want that again. Yeah, no, he
Hold it
looks a
up.
lot like him. He also plays the cop in Dumb and Dumber that drinks their piss.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
He looks like he looks like someone who'd be like he'd be like when you walk into Home Depot and he's like, "Can I talk to you about solar?"
Oh, big time. Like at that little stand.
Yeah.
Like he's representing the company.
Yeah, he's like sitting in between all these air conditioning units and he's just like chilling there in Home Depot and no one wants to talk to him, but he obviously looks like a really nice guy.
Now, whenever a guy has...
It's so
Specifically
weird and right.
You've been spending a lot of time in Home Depot lately.
I love Home Depot. I like it's like a de-stressor to just walk down the aisles.
It is.
And Alec's right there around the corner ready to let you know how you
like,
can
"Hey,
help
champ."
save
He's
the
no
planet.
pressure, you know?
She
He's
came-
like, okay.
He's like, "What's
She
up,
came
Chief?"
into Home Depot with me and I was like, "We don't need to ask for help. I know where everything is."
3 hours later.
Yeah, straight up.
Let me just show you this. Look at this product.
Whenever I see a guy with his buttons like this, I always immediately go to, he's trying to buy me a drink at the bar.
Oh,
Yes.
I can't help it. And
It's
I
date
realize
Mike.
His date Mike. But Alec, like you said, I feel like he's the no pressure guy at the bar, right? So he is gonna try to buy you a drink, but when you tell him no, it's gonna hurt his feelings, but he will walk away. Like I feel like he's not gonna try to aggressively continue. He's just gonna get butt hurt and be
Yeah.
super sad the rest of the night.
Or is he going to try to talk to you about like how actually you should invest in gold, not Bitcoin?
Oh, yeah. It's much safer.
Listen, I don't know what you young newfangled things are talking about. Bitcoin? That's the space. That's the internet. That doesn't exist. That's not real. You know what is real? Gold.
Like he's a
You
secret.
can touch it. You can touch it.
He's a secret Ron Paul fan.
Oh, my God. Yeah, this is just one of those guys that's like, great guy, and she just can't figure out why there's no spark.
There's not going
Like
to be a
he's just
spark.
there's just not a lot of pizzazz there. There's just like, hey man, I'm wild. I like tiki bars, and the top button goes down.
This Alec is definitely loves golf to the point of a fault. Like that's all that he can really think about minus gold is just golfing 24/7. And I feel like if Michelle were to start dating him, it would be like, oh, this is fun. We went like on a golf date. But that's like what he wants to do and talk about every day. So everything's a golf analogy. So like everything about their
I'd be down with that.
relationship, is about like, sinking the putt or like being in, you're in the sand trap. We're in
Oh my
we're in the
God.
sand trap right now.
Spending a little time
and
in the
it's
trap,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's into golf. I think he's into boats actually. And I think that
But he doesn't own one.
no, he doesn't own
He's
one.
just really into him. Like, oh,
Well, and he's like the ultimate dream is to have like a speedboat. That's when I know I've made it. His Tinder bio is probably him with like spy sunglasses, like on water skis.
yeah.
And it's
I
like,
do crazy shit.
yeah.
So what do you guys think that he is?
Oh, I forgot about this.
Oh, his job.
Sales.
I will say this. I haven't looked at what he is yet. Last year,
Realistically-
do we remember what everyone, like, how all the women were all real estate agents? That's like now the new model is the real estate
Yeah.
agent.
The new personal trainer last year
It was like IT guys. It was all like IT specialists.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that's always my default, but I don't know about this guy.
I don't know. He looks like he flips a shitload of condos.
Yeah, so real estate.
sales,
Sales and marketing.
marketing.
I'm going to say law.
Crazy
Okay.
guy.
Alec is an engineer.
Damn. Okay, so he actually might be a catch.
He might be a catch. We don't hate an engineer, and he is from.
We stand an engineer.
We stand an engineer.
We stand engineers in our house.
He's from North Charleston, South Carolina.
That checks.
Now, here's some interesting things about him. He loves to read GQ magazine.
That shirt says that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you? I was gonna say his outfit doesn't say it.
Oh yeah, that shirt is very like nice shirt.
But this is a guy who doesn't know how to dress. So
Right,
he
he just
looks in
reads.
GQ.
But he thinks he does because he reads GQ.
I feel like his favorite thing about GQ though are like the cologne samples, and he like rubs the paper on his body before he goes out to the bar. You
I
know,
like that.
I love
I'm gonna try
finding
this one
those.
out. Do a
When I
little
was a little
research.
kid, I thought that was so cool that they like put it's like a adult scratch and sniff.
yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Hate it. Just trying to flip through my magazine, getting a damn headache.
It's free.
All these competing
It's exciting.
smells.
It's free. It's free.
It was like when you got a magazine that has CD in it. It was like, oh my god,
Holy
so
shit.
cool.
how much is this?
Alec does not think bowling makes for a romantic night out.
Okay, well,
Wrong.
Is Alec gonna be one of these like kind of
Oh no.
oh my god, is he gonna be kind of the obnoxious romantic guy? Like
Who knows?
it's so over the top.
But I can tell him right now if he thinks bowling isn't romantic, it's no wonder he's alone.
yeah, for real. Like
Bowling is a ball.
it's so much fun. It brings you together. A literal
You like
ball.
that? Yeah, do you like that?
Yeah, I
We
liked
met
it.
at bowling.
We did meet at bowling.
was romantic.
That was very romantic. I feel like you get to know someone pretty quick when you see them bowl too. So Alec, you see
He's just a bad bowler. That's what it is.
yeah, you're embarrassed that you can't bowl, Alec.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Takes one to know one.
One of the most hot qualities in a human being is when you take them to a bowling alley and they are doing gutter ball after gutter ball and they're having a good time still. That's a hot quality. Alec,
We hate you.
You talked about bowling. You're dead.
Also, if you wear a shirt, I don't think you should unbutton shirts like that.
I don't think so either.
Unless you're like, it's like the last few hours of a wedding and you've been dancing and you're obviously
For
sweaty.
sure.
You're really
But
sweaty.
if there's no
Yeah.
real reason, like you can't take a dress up shirt and then just unbutton it and be like, now it's casual.
I would have gotten a completely different read on him if he just buttoned
It's
that top
super
button.
conflicting. Yeah, just button it up.
I will
Button
say
up your act, Alec.
button up your act, Alec. Go to a bowling alley. It says that he is a true believer in that old school head over heels unconditional type of love.
I thought you were going to say in that old school heterosexual love. That too,
that
probably.
also kind of reads around.
All right,
That
next.
Okay, broads, before we dive into the rest of this cast list of men and find out who will be fighting for Michelle's heart, which, by the way, don't forget to tune in tomorrow when we'll be breaking down the second half of the cast list, which, by the way, if we were all betting people, let's just say that our favorites are in the second half of the list. But you're going to have to just tune in for that tomorrow. Anywho, there are times in life where, for whatever reason, I'm not sleeping well. I'll count sheep till I'm blue in the face, but night after night, I find myself staring at the ceiling, just waiting for my alarm to go off. All I know for sure is that when those nights start to happen more frequently and racing thoughts keep me from getting good sleep or any sleep at all for that matter, there's nothing I wouldn't do to feel better. Well, Feels CBD has been my go-to to make sure I'm feeling my best day in and day out.
Okay, if the concept of using CBD to help with your anxiety or your sleeplessness or your chronic pain is something you've been considering, but you've been hesitant because CBD is new to you, we hear you, and so does Feels. That's why Feels has a dedicated free hotline to help guide your personal CBD experience. So when it comes to CBD, the key is finding the correct dose, and that's exactly what the Feels team is there to help you find.
Then just place a few drops under your tongue when needed, and within minutes, you'll start to feel the difference. And if you want to make sure you've always got some Feels CBD on hand, join the Feels membership today to save money on each order and have your Feels delivered right to your door each month.
Start feeling better with Feels. Become a member today by going to feels.com/chatty. You're going to get 40% off your first 3 months with free shipping. 40% off your first 3 months with free shipping. That's feals.com/chatty to become a member, and you'll get 40% automatically taken off your first 3 months with free shipping. Feals.com/chatty. That's feels with an A. FEALS.com/chatty.
Okay, I know that some listeners are in full-blown fall, or dare I say even creeping into winter weather at this point, but for us Los Angeles folks, October is kind of a weird time where every single day I leave the house in a sweater or a jacket, and by 1 o'clock, I'm sweating and seeing how many layers I can properly strip off of my outfit. It's confusing, truly. But no matter what kind of weird weather we're dressing for, something that is appropriate with any outfit is fine jewelry from Mejuri.
I mean, that is what Mejuri is really all about. They're about creating the ultimate staple pieces that you never have to take off. From a 3-piece suit to a sweatsuit, Mejuri's fine jewelry goes with everything. And every Monday, check out their site for new limited edition drops. But if you're looking for those true classic pieces, that's where Mejuri really shines. They've got 14 karat solid gold staples, plus sterling silver pieces, and even pieces with freshwater pearls and ethically sourced diamonds. All of the materials at Mejuri are fairly priced, handcrafted, ethically sourced, and made to last.
And I mean really made to last. I am the worst at remembering to take off jewelry before showering or working out, and my Mejuri pieces still look brand new, even after months and months of wear, okay? It's amazing. Plus, when you shop at Mejuri, you'll get pieces that are priced affordably without the 10 times retail markup you'd usually find on fine jewelry.
Head to mejuri.com/chatty for 10% off your first order. That's mejuri.com/chatty for 10% off your first order. Mejuri.com/chatty.
Next. Next, we have Brandon J. Brandon J.
Same fashion choice.
Yeah, but this is like a long sleeve, button down. I feel like Alec had more of that. What type of material is that? That more golf type shirt versus the other.
Stop with the shirts like this, guys. Stop with the collared shirt. But like, the thing is like you probably got that shirt from
Does his
like.
collar look crinkled?
A little bit.
Well, these are work shirts. Like,
You
why
guys
are
got
people
these
wearing
shirts from
work shirts?
Men's Warehouse, and then you're trying to make it like sporty and fun by unbuttoning the buttons. Those are not buttons that are supposed to be unbuttoned like that unless you've been dancing at a wedding.
Like, why?
Thank you.
It literally just looks like they just got off work. And those
also-
are the only shirts you wear at work. So why are they taking photos of like work attire?
It's like office work.
For real.
too.
It's totally like 9 to 5.
Or like rental car agency.
It's cubicle shirt. That's a
Yes.
cubicle shirt.
Can we cancel that color of dress shirt?
Yeah, it's too much.
No, it
It's too
definitely is
much.
like, I see like those like weird like gray tone carpets and the like,
Fluorescent lighting.
yeah.
I immediately feel cold when I see one of those shirts because I think about being in an office waiting, and you're always cold and a little nervous, and just sitting there and ooh.
Like someone just walked by his cubicle and was like, "Are you going to the bar with everybody after? We're
He
doing drinks."
swivels around in his chair.
You going to Craig's after?
TGIF.
Yeah, exactly. They definitely hit up like happy. I bet his Tinder just says love a happy hour.
Red Robin.
Farmer Boys. What's Applebee's?
Oh, I'm like,
What are some of these other
Hennessy's
ones?
on a Friday.
Hennessy's.
Oh, love Hennessy's.
So what do we think he does?
IT.
I mean, the shirt is screaming IT to me as well.
Sales, medical sales.
No, I think he probably works like an AT&T store.
I can see him. Well, I can see going into an AT&T store and him greeting me. I bet he's
Trying to fuck iPhones.
no, just like super friendly. Like, hey, what's going on? How's your day been today? You doing well? Okay, are you interested? Listen, we've got a lot of great new
Probably
updates
does
on
this
this.
a lot. with
He's
his
like the
hands.
manager.
Yeah.
You'd see him like where you get the new employee who's just like blown out of their mind and they're like, so like these are our new phones. And then he comes over and he's like, here's how you actually set the phone up. And is like training this person. You ever seen that
Brandon's
experience where like
take some pride in your work.
the person,
okay?
yeah.
The manager's managing a bunch of like 22-year-old kids. That
Yeah,
don't give a
Brandon's
shit,
like,
and they're
hey,
just
Abby, I'll take this one over. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's like
They're just sitting like,
he's like, do you realize what we're doing? Because we hold the phones, we hold the future.
Yeah, and he's like, we're not only selling phones, we're selling an experience.
We
Yes.
connect the world.
We connect the world. This is an experience. We're here. This is a movement. This isn't a job. This is fluid. Things are changing. We're part of that movement. And yeah,
It's
the
like,
total
how much
burnout.
vacation time do I have?
or he gives me like
Granted,
physical,
Brandon is 26,
Or-
so he also could be one of those sales
or he gives
associates
me
at
like
AT&T.
OT vibes where he's doing like physical therapy or like sports
OT, yeah, I could see
rehab in
that.
some way.
This is an interesting twist. Now I'm seeing him help fix my knee. Now I'm seeing him help me stretch out.
Yeah.
Orthopedic something.
Yeah. He has very clinical vibes to me.
Yeah, my knee is hurt, my ankle's bothering me, and he's just like, you take some deep breaths, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I'm
he's
gonna stretch
also
it out.
like, if they asked on a questionnaire of like, why do you want to be an OT, like on his application, it was like, because I just want to help people.
Yeah.
And he means it.
He does.
He means it.
Does he?
I think so. I think he means it. I also just picture him at the gym doing like really deep lunges that are a little too much when you're like, there's other people here. Your stretching is so extreme.
Yeah.
Everything's coming out. Like,
He
this-
is
He wears the tights underneath the shorts.
yes,
Absolutely.
Yes.
My man's got some thunder thighs in the best way.
And he is stretching the quads, really stretching
All right,
them.
what does he do?
Okay. Not too far off. Medical, traveling nurse recruiter.
Whoa. There's a job for everything.
Does that mean he travels to recruit nurses, or does that mean he's trying to recruit travel nurses?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Because one is very different from the other. So it sounds like it's like a military recruiter. You know, it's like they're probably like set up at certain events or like college,
But does my
things.
question is,
sits
does
there and
he
they-
travel?
Is he a traveler or is he finding
trying to recruit the
traveling
travelers?
nurses?
That is a big difference.
Repeat it
What
again?
came first, the chicken or the egg? In this
Right. What I'm trying to
situation?
say is, does he stay like in Los Angeles recruiting travel nurses, or is he traveling?
To
Well,
recruit nurses.
repeat the title.
Traveling nurse recruiter.
See,
Yeah, it's
he could
very
be recruiting
misleading.
travel nurses, or he could be traveling
he's
recruiting
recruiting
nurses.
travel-
I don't
nurses.
think I take that as he travels and recruits nurses. I don't think there's a distinction between like
Yes.
I don't think
there's a huge difference with travel nurses.
no, but I don't think it's like someone's job. He probably recruits both.
How big is the industry?
don't
What
think
kind
so.
of people need
No.
a traveling nurse? I'm just curious.
Right
what kind
now,
of
like
conditions?
right now, a lot.
COVID was
Huge.
But what is it?
Noah is actually a traveling nurse.
Yeah, I understand. But like, what kind of conditions do you need? That you need like a nurse to travel with you? Who
you
are
get-
these people?
You get offered. So like they go like, hey, we'll pay you double to move to Missouri.
Like if we
and
need
work at
more
this hospital
ICU, like
for 8 months.
So like Noah was a traveling ICU nurse. So if they're like, yo, we need an ICU nurse in like Missouri, he's gonna go. Now we need
Got
one in
it.
California. He's gonna go. The
That's
traveling
actually
nurses.
kind of cool.
It is cool.
I
It's
very
imagined
cool.
it as like you just kind of get like paired with someone and you just
No.
travel around being
No,
their nurse.
no,
It's
no. You
it's
travel
in
to different
areas where they need.
hospitals.
In areas
Yeah.
where they need people, they like pay you a bunch to
but
go
think
there.
about this. He has to be a recruiter for traveling
Guys,
nurses.
also we're at 6.5 minutes, y'all. We're supposed to do 5.5 minutes for each person.
Okay, we're wrapping this up. But think about this. Traveling nurse recruiter. It has to be he's a recruiter for traveling nurses, because it'd be like if you were a salesperson, it would be like they wouldn't say traveling salesperson. It would just say salesperson.
But what if maybe it's both? Maybe he travels and recruits travel nurses.
Maybe.
How do you stay in one place and consistently recruit travel nurses, though?
The internet. Phone calls. You know, they're already nurses, so it's like, hey,
Okay, how would you word it opposite? How would you word it? So like it's traveling nurse recruiter.
Recruiter of traveling nurses.
But that's not a job title. That's like a description. So how would you word it differently to be more specific?
just using all the same words.
yeah, he really did.
But you said of. Like,
What if you said like traveling nurse recruitment? That's kind of different. It's different,
Yeah.
yeah,
right?
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It seems like you're less in charge of something and it's you're
more
more
of
of
a
a
general
team
thing.
player. Yeah, it's less appealing. Less prestige with
nurse
that
recruiter
one.
Well,
traveling.
In parentheses.
Yeah, traveling. Yeah, I don't like. I just don't see someone's job being so specific.
on-
I see them being a recruiter of nurses, some traveling, some not, and he travels a lot all over America to
I
to
think
recruit
you're right. I
nurses.
think he calls and does like web and phone outreach to try to get people to become travel nurses.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Wrong,
Brandon,
right.
Brandon, let us know.
Yeah,
let
this
us
is
know.
so important. Let's get to the
just
bottom of
DM
this.
Also, I just want to say that Brandon will be doing a bungee jumping date because his fun fact is that Brandon J has
terrified
no
of
interest
heights.
in going bungee jumping. It literally says that specifically.
God,
so he will,
me too.
Specific.
which means that he'll have a one-on-one date.
Is
so
he
maybe he'll
doing
go farther.
Reverse psychology.
Wade loves it.
That's the best way to do it. You
is.
say everything.
That's a
Terrified
subliminal
of
message
spiders.
to.
I love
Yeah.
spiders.
He's trying to get producers to make him go bungee jump because he hasn't gone yet. And he's thinking, this is my moment.
It says he's a
And
self.
then he gets one-on-one time.
It says he's a self-proclaimed basketball fiend, and Michelle is a basketball player. So
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah,
going to try
right.
to make their conversations way too much about basketball.
that's what they're gonna. That's
LeBron or Jordan?
gonna be the first. It's definitely gonna be a basketball themed entrance. That's for sure. All right, ready to go on to the
Yes.
next one?
Next!
Brandon K.
Unemployed.
No, Brandon did better.
Entrepreneur.
What is this, Greg's uncle?
This guy 100% goes to your gym. I mean, that guy climbs at your gym 1,000,000%.
No, Greg probably plays D&D with him.
This guy has been collecting state unemployment since the start.
Since before the pandemic.
He's like, it's crazy. I'm making more money now, so why go back? No, he did better with
I'm
the
investing
shirt.
it all in Bitcoin.
Doge.
Oh my
He
God.
rode the Doge.
He's a
coin
billionaire
train.
now.
Yeah.
Brandon
Plot twist.
never stops talking about crypto.
But he doesn't
That's like
own-
half the guys
no,
on
but
this
he
cast
doesn't
list, though,
own
right?
any. So it's like one of those things, like when people talk about shit they
And
don't.
then they're like, did you buy any? He's like,
well, no. I mean, no. Luckily, unfortunately, I didn't ride the train. But and then you're like, well, you've been talking for 3 hours about Bitcoin. You don't own any.
But if I had,
You're wearing an NFT shirt and you don't have an NFT.
Yeah,
no, that is very much like an app developer shirt.
that is.
Wait a second. Okay, I have to say, I'm getting different vibes now that I'm seeing him head on. His face looked much thinner from my perspective. Now that I'm seeing him straight on, I think Gray's 100% right. I'm sure he follows the hashtag van life. And like this guy probably like wants to give off the vibe that he like does a lot of hiking in Colorado, but he probably doesn't.
I'm like, he's either super
probably
rich
plays a lot of
or
video
not
games.
at all. Like, I could see this guy being like Palo Alto tech Google guy,
Oh,
or
fuck.
straight up like, yeah, van life, and like I don't subscribe to like society's rules. You know?
Yeah,
it's like
but
one
he
or
doesn't
the other.
have but he doesn't have a van. He just lives in like a cheap apartment and plays a lot of
Right.
video games.
The
Right.
shirt is snug though, which gives me
He's
a
fit.
kind of like, yeah, he's fit. You unbutton that shirt, he's probably pretty ripped.
Yeah.
And I
Which is
picture him
discipline.
being maybe like the hottest guy at his office.
I think he's rich.
Me too. I think he's like a tech guy. I think he's like a Google
I think you're
guy.
right. You said that and that checks out. Like he works in a place where they have hammocks.
I was just
their
in
break
like
room.
Palo Alto everywhere. I was just at the Google campus, like nearby, and everyone looked like this guy. Like you can't decide who
Right.
these people are. It's
Right,
like they
right.
look like the same people.
Right.
It's like being in Santa Monica.
You're just like,
yes. Yes.
because I feel like when you get enough money, you no longer have some sort of like I have to look a certain way anymore. Now it's just
Right.
like, it's chill, baby.
It's like, do you have a home or do you have 7 homes?
Yes,
Do you think he microdoses mushrooms?
100%.
I don't think he does.
Experiments
I
for
don't- I-
performance.
I don't think he does. I think he probably talks about it too, like crypto.
Do you guys think Sigmatic is
just
going to
scared.
come out with mushroom microdose stuff for Sigmatic, the company?
Don't know.
You think they'll start doing the psychedelic train
It'd be a smart move.
Don't think it's legal.
in certain states? It is.
Just decriminalized, not legal.
What's the difference?
Let's not get into it. Okay, so
You can't get it.
what do you guys think Brandon does?
I say tech. I
Sells
say wealthy
mushrooms.
tech guy, or like somehow involved.
Yeah, you think he sells
He's-
mushrooms?
You know
No,
what?
I go, yeah. He's either
He does look like someone you might actually buy drugs from.
I would trust him if he sold drugs. I can tell you that.
What kind of drugs?
Psychedelics and like music drugs.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
take a risk. I'm gonna take a risk, swing for the fences here, and I'm gonna say that he's in fitness somehow.
Yeah, personal trainer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does he do? Tell us, Jess.
Oh.
I like the. He definitely gives me IT vibes where he got a personal trainer.
Okay. We got a very broad answer
Yeah, of
here.
course.
Brand manager.
Yeah, that means
Which
nothing.
again means maybe everything or nothing, right?
Right.
He could be like proper, like killing it for brands.
For like a startup
Or
app company
he could
or
be
something.
always going to different companies being like, I'm a brand manager, and he has zero
Or
portfolio.
he'd be like a manager at Old Navy.
Or
and
he
that's his
considers
brand
himself
manager.
Yeah.
a brand. And he's like, I'm a brand manager. I only have one client currently, but I'm building my portfolio. We're all brands.
really think about it.
Our personalities.
brand.
It's just the stuff though, like, so I
Our
get
conversations are content.
Yeah,
I get
film
emails and
this.
phone calls from people who like want me like to like build the brand more, and I'm always like, I want you to look more like a brand that I would want. You know, like I wouldn't care about his portfolio. I'd care more about his presentation.
Like, be what you're selling me.
But what
Yeah.
his presentation tells me is that he could be anything. So that means maybe he's
That's
flexible with the
scary.
brand.
I'm feeling a tad thrown off when I'm reading this biography.
Tell.
So he's from Austin, Texas, and it says he's a polished Southern gentleman.
Oh no.
And
Oh no.
he wants
Reptilian?
to make a real social
Reptilian?
impact with his community and hopes to find a partner who wants to make the world a better place alongside him. He always buys travel insurance. He's a prepared, maybe a little bit of paranoid.
I don't like this
fellow.
guy. I don't like this guy at all. Tell me more.
I have a feeling
I don't like this guy.
I'm looking at him and I have okay. I feel like maybe in person, like when we're watching him on the show, he's going to be cuter and I feel like he'll go far.
But
I
I
don't
don't
know if I like him, but I
understand.
feel like he'll
he
go far.
says polished, but like nothing about his haircut or vibe says that he's polished.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm so thrown off. A polished Southern gentleman.
It'd be like if I described myself as polished,
you said you were a polished Southern gentleman.
because I'm from SoCal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm from the South.
I
No, SoCal from the South.
It's the South. I mean, what makes that not
I'm
more
Southern.
Southern
What was
than
the
something
thing? The
else?
community thing?
He wants to make a real social impact with his community and hopes to find a partner
Ooh,
who
that
wants
is-
to make the world a better place alongside him.
No. Try hard.
Bad person.
This is extremely
Hiding
try
stuff.
hard.
Hiding stuff.
person.
Next.
I think that I don't know. He seems like someone who has like a photo with a bunch of children in Africa, like on his Instagram
Yeah.
or on his dating app bio.
Yeah. Oh, Brandon dreams of delivering someone an oversized check for a life-changing amount of money.
White savior alert! Called it!
To bury the skeletons that he's accumulated in his closet.
You know what, Brandon? Sus vibes next.
I was digging the vibe until he started talking.
Yeah. Next vibe is
Woo,
Brian.
it's a good time
And
at
let
this
me tell you,
wedding.
let me tell you,
Brian's hair?
I want to tell you about good fucking vibes right now. I'm gonna love Brian so much. You have never met a nicer guy in your entire life than Brian. Does he get a little too drunk at the wedding? Yes. But he always is happy. He never makes anybody feel uncomfortable, and he's a good time.
He looks like he's attending a beach wedding right now. He looks like he's got khakis and he's
That's what I
barefoot
was
right
gonna
now
say.
in the sand.
But look at this is the kind that looks like a linen shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can totally you're never supposed to button the linen
Yeah.
past that. Those buttons are just for looks, the ones that go all the way
he
up.
looks like he's
You don't
got
button it
fucking
past your
Corona
pocket.
in one of his hands.
He looks like the guy
He
that
totally
like
does. He's
talks.
wearing shorts and sandals, leather sandals,
Definitely.
leather flip
He's
flops.
just barefoot in the hotel.
You know-
so when they take these photos, by the way, you're in your hotel. They have you take these photos like a day or two before night one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're all quarantined in a hotel. This is like pre-COVID for a few days, and during that time span, they take your cast photos, and it's like in a conference room with like a background.
He for sure wears like big ass cargo shorts and the most hideous shoes.
Yeah.
Like really bad. Like his beach sandals are just really bad.
Yeah.
He's the
Like
kind
the
of guy
big,
that like
thick, clunky leather ones.
Yeah.
But are they so bad they're good?
But he's comfort. He's really comfortable, and that's what matters.
Yeah, he's all about comfort and a good time. That's all he cares
Absolutely.
about. He wants to enjoy every moment of life. He's the friend that looks at you when, like, you know, you're at a party and maybe you're feeling stressed about something because there's an ex there or whatever. He's just like, dude, let's just breathe in this salty beach air. Like, can you believe we're here? We're
He's
friends.
the kind
we're
of guy
doing it
who
together.
comes out and he's like, look where we are.
Exactly.
Think about where you could be right now.
I get the vibe that actually he's not wearing like big cargo shorts and bad leather sandals. I actually think that he's wearing like sort of a slim trouser with like actually like a leather shoe, like a leather dress shoe.
Kind of a boat
Okay.
thing going on.
The other vibe I get is that
more of a boat thing, and I think he actually, they're definitely too drunk at the wedding.
I also get
I think
that
he's gonna be annoying as shit.
I
I'm
get
gonna
that
miss
his
this
job, like his attitude at work is completely different. He seems like someone who works in like really high stress, high strung. Like think like
He looks like he does like portfolio management.
I was going
or
to be
something.
like an agent or like you know like kind
Okay.
of where it's like
I feel that.
he's taking phone calls where he's like cussing people out on the other end of the line, and then he gets off work and he's like, all right, where are we going? Like, let's go hit it. You know, he goes to Vegas a lot.
Yes.
I see that, for
yes. Yes.
He's really into the boys.
loves the boys.
It's like the boys trip. It's like
Saturdays,
golf trip,
he's
Miami
like,
trip. It's
He's
like
like
boys
Saturdays are for the boys. Like,
You know what though? I
you know,
also
every Saturday.
I also get a feeling that Brian's the guy that like when I'm out with my girlfriends and we're drinking, that I'm like, oh my god, should we call Brian? Let's call Brian. And he's like
Yeah.
our friend who's like a good hang all around. And
He's
then
a
he
good
comes
time.
and he meets up with all of us girls.
Yeah.
And he's like not that guy who's like, I have to just be with the guys. Like I don't know. I have good vibes from this guy.
I have vibes.
I feel like I'm
I
gonna
think he's
love
gonna
him.
schmooze. I think he schmoozes everyone's mom. And I
You know
think
what
that he
I don't-
thinks-
you
I
know
think
what
that he
susses
thinks
me
he's
out?
I think he thinks he's way more charming than he really
none
is.
of us can agree on the vibe, and that kind of freaks me out.
Interesting.
We're all over the place with this guy. He's a chameleon.
What do we think he does?
He's gonna walk away from this experience just like Aaron, like way closer with the boys than like ever
Than with
finding
Michelle.
love. Like it's gonna be just like they're gonna like show all the pictures afterwards, and it's him with like 7 of the other guys in San Diego, like a reunion hang. Like that's gonna be like he's just so happy that he met his like life mates.
I actually think he's like from Austin and he does like portfolio management or something.
Like financial portfolio management.
Yeah.
I am struggling with a job with Brian. I feel like Brian is in between jobs right now. I feel like
shit.
Brian gives me the vibe that he's going to show up night one and be like, you know what? I used to be the CEO of like a company that was like crushing it, young. And then I just, you know what? I realized that the stress, it wasn't worth it. And now I'm just traveling around. I gave my business to someone else. I'm traveling around and just kind of living life as it comes.
I gave my business to someone else. Sold it for $6.6 million.
I get money from him for some reason.
I mean, I think I agree. That's why I said
I don't know
financial
if it's
portfolio management.
parent money or if it's personal money.
I can see that. I just whatever he gives us, I don't
Personal.
believe him. He's a server at a restaurant. Like he's lying. Whatever that it reads is wrong. He is a server at like a pretty nice but like pumping restaurant that's kind of club-esque.
I can see that.
And he's like, "What's up, ladies? How we doing tonight?" And he's just like really great. And he drinks too much on the job, and he like has a fun time.
Like Jax from Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah, he's just kind of like a good-looking guy. He's kind of cool, and he's got the hair, and he's just a fun time all the time. And he parties a little too hard regularly.
Always an after party.
Yeah, always having drinks at the bar after everyone goes home while counting the tips out, joking around.
Let's
And he's
the
going to be doing it until he's 47.
7 nights
But
a week.
I don't get how guys like that go on these shows.
I mean,
Well, they say that they're like tech guys or something. You know, they just
well,
say
no,
it.
why wouldn't they be able to? In fact, if probably a somewhat more of a
Probably be easier.
flexible schedule
Yeah.
versus if you're like, I am an IT guy, it's like you have your 9 to 5 and
You doing IT things, you know?
yeah, exactly.
He's
That
a
might
it's a nice
IT
restaurant
stuff.
too. Like it's a nice it's one of those really
Yeah,
cool LA, Vanderpump-y kind of vibes.
Yeah.
Any guess?
That's why I said he's schmoozing people's moms. What is it? What is he?
Okay. Didn't see this one coming.
Shit.
NFL player,
Oh.
which means he's probably not
He's
anymore.
Huge. You know he's huge then.
So he's huge, but he's probably not a football player anymore. I mean, I doubt it.
Thrown off.
So maybe he was in the NFL for one season. Maybe it was like a Colton situation.
Let's look it up.
And so perhaps now he is in between jobs
What's his bio
and
say?
floating around.
Also, it's just Brian.
Brian.
Why isn't it like the other? There was what was some of the other guy? We got his last name. It was like
Well,
something.
that's just when there's two. Like Brandon.
Okay.
Two. There were two Brandons.
Got it.
Separation.
Okay. It says Brian is not your stereotypical jock. He's a foodie, religious, family oriented, completely down to earth, and all about finding himself a wife.
That is the most stereotypical jock description I have ever heard.
You're like, that's what a stereotypical jock
Foodie,
is.
Christian,
He's a jock
loves
who likes
family.
He's a jock who goes to church and likes food in his family. That's the most like.
Yeah.
Oh
Also-
no. Oh no.
Tell
He
me
says he
more.
loves philosophy and would love to ask Socrates a few questions. Oh no.
Told you he's
Brian,
annoying as shit.
Brian, I'm really hoping that this is that's a personal journey for you. I'm imagining it's going to get
That's
brought,
like-
He
brought
just
up a
learned
lot.
Marcus Aurelius. Who
That
Marcus
means that
Aurelius
no,
was.
that's like he paid attention in his like exploration and discovery class, like his freshman seminar class in college, and had like his mind blown
Yes.
by
He
like
couldn't
what
even-
school could be outside of football.
He was a philosophy major because it was like one of the easier majors while being an athlete. And he just loves talking about it during dates because I'm deeper than just being an athlete.
Oh, and the lineman. He'd
But
be,
in
like,
reality,
trying to
he was
talk-
like, yo, what's the easiest one? Yeah. They're like, well, one of these. And he's like, cool.
there's no math in that one. Perfect.
Perfect. Wait, are there any real answers? No. Give that one to me.
This is awesome.
What does it mean when someone's signed and then they're waived or released?
Means that they made the practice squad usually, and then they didn't make the actual team.
Well, this has happened a million times to him since 2014.
Sign, waived, and released.
Yeah, it means they bring you on, they try you out, you practice with the team during
And
the
he
summer,
wasn't good
and
enough.
then they cut you, and then they try, and then
Wait,
sometimes they
okay,
train
here.
during the offseason.
Wait,
and do
so
it
that's
again.
happened multiple
It
times
means
to
he
him?
was
Oh,
too.
like-
He was too good for a
Listen.
team to ignore, but he wasn't good enough when he was put in the room with other people as good as
It's
him.
rough. Okay, so he was signed in 2014. Houston, he got waived September 2015. Then the next day he got signed to New Orleans Saints practice squad, and then he signed a future contract with the Saints, and then he was waived in 2016. Then he signed with the Dallas Cowboys and was released 4 months later. Then he was signed by the Kansas City Chiefs. And the same thing, Minnesota Vikings, Chicago Bears,
Means he has a
Cleveland
good-
Browns, Miami Dolphins, Carolina Panthers,
Oh
Kansas City
my
Chiefs,
God.
Atlanta Falcons.
He has a
Okay.
really good
Well, good
manager,
agent.
I tell you that.
But
Yeah.
what
He
it
was
means is
just
he's a-
released September 21st, 2021. So he just got.
What it means is
Wow.
he's like, so practice squads guys make like good money. So it was probably like he just knew I'm not good enough to do it, so just keep me in the practice squads with these teams, and his agent just keeps putting him there.
He's good enough to like take hits from the. He's just not good enough to play in the game.
Yeah.
But he makes other people better. He's like a sparring partner for boxers.
Okay.
Where
Now-
like you're not going to be a title fight guy, but you'll train the title fight guy.
Okay, no,
So he's done that now for 7 years.
But hear me out. Hear me out.
Probably a lot
So
safer.
There's two
I'm sure.
options though, right? So he either is like, this is what I enjoy doing. I enjoy being kind of on the practice squad and like that being my continued career. Or you know how much insane amount of work it takes to become a athlete at that level. He has dealt with the most severe heartbreak every single year, which is an interesting dynamic. And maybe that's why he likes philosophy so much, because he's had to process through a lot of fucking heartbreak.
Well, I like that.
And maybe he's a little sweetiekins.
He did play
A lot
with
of therapy there,
in
yeah.
2017. He did play all 16 games with the Kansas City Chiefs,
Oh,
but then he was released after losing the starting left guard job to Cameron Irving.
Cameron got him again.
Got him.
Well, he's a
Sounds
big
like him.
traveler, and actually is a big traveler. It says that he has been to every continent except Antarctica. So,
Damn.
and it's
All right.
you know when he's jumping from football team to football team every year, he seems like I have high.
He's probably a good time then because he's like getting along with all this. He's meeting constantly new people. He's traveled. I
He
think it's
probably
a
will
great
do well on the show with a new. I mean, he's always having to be with new groups of men all the time, so he'll
He
probably
gives me like life coach vibes.
I think he's annoying.
is.
Yeah.
That's
I
my
have,
call.
okay, I have high hopes for Brian. I have high hopes for Brian. I'm gonna stand
He's
by
someone
it.
who's constantly like, you should do whatever makes you the happiest.
It's true, but I feel like he really means it.
I like that. The
Oh,
smile
he
is
definitely
That's a
means
real
it.
smile. That's a lot of years of smiling.
Guys, I will say we should reserve our energy because usually at the end when we get to the T's, the W's, the
Start.
V's, we start
Okay.
spending
Okay,
about
okay.
30 seconds and
Okay.
not really
Boring,
getting
On to
there.
the
guys.
next. On to the next.
Let's conserve our energy.
Next is Casey. And Casey is without a doubt Brian's evil older brother. He is what Brian
Is that a fake tan?
Casey
It's a
for
fake
sure
tan.
has like outstanding tickets in some state. Like he's like, I can't go. I can't. He has at least like 1 or 2 states he's not allowed to go back to or won't go back to because he'll be like charged.
Like
with,
he's gonna be
like,
that guy. They're gonna be like, we're traveling to Oklahoma, and he's gonna be like,
Oh, I can't
you're
go.
gonna see, it's gonna cut to him. The
He'd
camera's
be
gonna
like,
cut
can
to
I
him in
see the
back." And
route? He'd be like, can I see the route that we're taking?
And they're like, wow, Casey's
he'd be like,
very
"That-
specifically curious about this.
That state right there. He's like, we can't go. I have too long to go into. We're going to avoid that state.
Yeah, no, for real, you guys. I'm convinced that Casey and Brian are brothers and that Casey is his mean older brother. Look at this. Brian, Casey. Brian, Casey. Casey, I feel like he is the apple of the parents' eye, and Brian constantly disappoints his family. And Casey has been like super successful and is very like steady 9 to 5 job, but he has so many secrets. He's had multiple affairs. He is just
When he meets someone, he goes, by the way, like my weekends, I do kind of what I want. So as long if you're okay with this relationship, just so you know, I kind of date other people. I do what I want on the weekends. This guy 100% is in tequila sales.
He looks like he sleeps 2 days out of the week. Like the other nights, they're all like 24-hour benders. Like he's just constantly.
His dating app bio says international man of mystery with the sunglasses
100%.
emoji.
He's not showing
George
his
Clooney
teeth.
is his idol.
1000%.
Yeah.
See, I don't get.
He thinks he can speak Spanish.
He is going to be so serious. This is not some guy. I don't think he's going to be the guy who has like fun things in his like bio, even that he's trying. I feel like he's so serious.
I think
But
it's
then he
gonna be-
parties so hard.
I think it's going to be something about speaking multiple languages in his bio.
okay, that lines up, right? It's
Yeah,
like, no,
for sure.
like acknowledge
I agree
that
with
I
you.
am very educated
Yes.
and that I can speak a lot of
International man of
languages.
mystery.
Yes. But I feel like that's even too.
Like he doesn't drink
Maybe he
coffee.
takes
He
that
drinks
seriously, yeah.
macchiatos.
Cappuccinos.
Yeah.
He
Nothing's
probably
ever-
doesn't drink coffee. He actually has like a cacao maca blend in the morning.
Tea.
See, I picture him just drinking black coffee and just being like, if you add anything into your coffee, you're a bitch.
He doesn't drink any water.
He has a super nice watch.
His pee is
He he's kind of into watches. Like he collects watches.
just
He knows
gives
a lot
me,
about
like-
them.
He
probably
just
has
gives
a
me,
really,
like,
really nice
frat boy
fake
vibes.
watch.
gives you what?
Frat vibes.
Oh, interesting.
See, I get like that definitely retired. Like he has some major skeletons in his closet. Now he's super serious. But like, again, I picture this guy who's so serious, but then has too much to drink and goes a little off
Like
the
he was an
handle.
investment banker and like, did really good on a couple of deals. And then he's like, yeah, so I pretty much like sold my soul right after college and then did that for a little bit, became uber successful, did way too much stuff. And now I'm just looking for that person to settle down with me. And like, maybe we'll move somewhere on the Mediterranean coast and like live on my boat.
He's going to take you out to a really nice dinner. He's going to be like, you want me to buy you Chanel, baby? And then you're going to find out like 7 months into dating him that he's in like $60,000
I was
debt.
going to say broke.
He's never dated someone within 6 to 7 years of his age.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you though, he's not allowed in all 50 states.
in all 50 states.
Yeah, he's not allowed. There's a few
he's
of them
not
that
allowed-
he's,
yeah,
Couple
he's-
tax evasion things.
there's a few of them he's just straight up like he avoids.
What do you think he does now?
I picture him though in Vegas. He doesn't like he's only ever at the poker table,
That shirt.
and he loses so much money, and he gets so angry, and he's not good at poker,
And he's just
but he
chain
just
smoking
can't let it go.
cigars.
He's
Yes.
one of those
And then-
guys where
Nonstop.
you guys are having like the best time in Vegas, and then
Yeah.
you walk by someone where you realize like the dark, evil pit
Yes.
that Vegas is.
Yes.
Where like their heads in their hands at the table, and they're like
Spiraled.
about to break down and cry in front of everybody, and then they like you see them get on the phone and they're like trying to borrow money.
Yes, and then you see them
that's
take
that dude.
takes that crystal whiskey glass and is like fuck, and
Or-
like shatters it against the
Right?
side of the building.
Or you see
Yeah.
them going through like they're trying to get more money out of the ATM,
Oh,
but they're
fuck.
going through like every card in
Stop.
their wallet to get it.
This is paining me.
Vegas is the best.
See, I'm getting like composed. I'm getting like his whole thing is like
Classy. Keep it classy.
Classy, cool watch, swirling the booze.
Yeah, for sure.
I know how to talk to beautiful women. Like he's manufactured this like whole
like,
mysterious.
he can tell you a lot about whiskey.
He's got cool glasses.
All right,
he's got the tan.
Okay, so what do you think he does?
Mystery.
I honestly think it's like alcohol, like something like he owns a tequila company where he works his partnership with like something like he's kind of in something classy and cool.
I think his career says entrepreneur.
Okay, Gray.
I'm going like investments. He's an investor
Got it.
Okay.
of other people's money.
Interesting. Okay, I feel like maybe Evan got the closest to it with the tequila because maybe he works with a tequila brand because he is an advertising creative director, which goes along with the George Clooney being his idol, Don Draper perhaps being an idol, like the man of mystery lines up.
He probably wants to tell you why Casamigos became such a successful brand.
That's what my friend is. That's what Danny does.
Yeah, but he's not as successful as Danny. Danny's also not a creative director.
Yes, he is.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Tell me what his bio says. Tell me now.
Casey is at a point in his life where he wants something serious and long lasting.
Who said that? Someone who said that. Bingo. Someone
So
said
you
something
said
about wanting
serious.
to settle down.
No, I said he's serious.
You
Now,
said wanting to settle
interesting.
down.
Okay, this adds a whole different dynamic to it.
He's a kid.
Advertising creative director, and he's from Miami Beach.
Well, that's
along with the vibe.
100%.
It says that he loves life in Miami.
Yeah, of course he
My
does.
But he's
jam.
outgrown the local scene.
Yeah, for sure.
It means he doesn't do coke
Outgrown?
anymore.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm a big fish in a small
it means
pond in
that
Miami. He
it
thinks
means
everyone
he's-
knows him.
It means he
That's literally all that
absolutely
means.
slept with so many people, and
That
he's
he
like
can no longer
partied
show
so
his face in
hard
any club.
to where he's just kind of like, you know what? I've done the crazy
So he
stuff.
really
man.
just can't go to
that's what-
Florida.
No, that's what, yeah. He's not allowed back. He's not allowed back in his home state for whatever reason.
No, a real estate deal
But he
gone
looks
bad.
like the stuff we were saying of like he looks like he goes to sleep maybe 2 nights out of the week, like
Yep.
for certain. He looks permanently wired from all the coke he's done as a club promoter.
He does branding for clubs.
Interesting.
Wait, he didn't say he was born in Miami, right?
No.
He's not from Florida.
No,
This
he's
dude's-
not from
This dude's
Florida.
like from fucking Idaho, and he wants to do his fake tan, so you think otherwise.
Well, it says, yeah, he's gonna 1,000%. He's like, no, this tan is natural. And
looking for a woman who loves to salsa. That's also what his dating app bio says.
Shut the
he loves it. He thinks he wows every woman when he takes them salsa dancing. He thinks that he's being super original. It says that he's secretly a hippie.
Yeah.
This is the
fucking
worst
right.
kind of person.
That's just because he does like ginger shots before he goes to the gym.
Yes.
Oh my God. And he drinks juice.
It says that he likes camping, but he hates sleeping in tents. He loves a glamper. He loves an RV.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Any
like
guy with like a
hippie,
rollie
shut
and
the
like a
fuck
nice
up.
bottle of...
Hippie.
Yeah, I'm just like, you're
He's
like
a
this
hippie
man
who
couldn't
drives
last
around
one
in
day
a-
without a shower.
That's a Miami hippie though.
No, that's a fucking redneck.
No, I'll tell you what he means. When he says he's a hippie, it means that he thinks he's doing something for the environment by driving a Tesla instead of the Porsche or the Lambo that he wanted to get.
Yeah. Oh, he buys girls crystals.
What do you mean?
Because he thinks
For
like
sure.
that, because it's kind of cool. Like I'm kind of like, I'm not just one of
Yeah,
these like rich guys in Miami. Like I'm also pretty spiritual myself.
Oh, crystals. I thought for a second you were literally meaning like crystal, like Swarovski.
crystal.
no, no. Like,
Oddly specific.
like he goes to shops with like crystal things.
He's
and
like, this is a labradorite. I felt like it really matched your energy.
Yeah, and he'll like give if he likes a girl, he'll like give her a gift basket with like some like burning stuff, some sage, and he'll just be like, you know what, I'm just open to new things. And
He probably wants to tell you about like chakras. He's like, let's align our root chakras
Yeah.
together, you know?
I was imagining that as being like he buys like precious stones and it's just
I
like
could see
these are
that too.
crystals where it's like I think this sapphire would really align
yeah,
the energy that's like a little bit erratic. Like if we just position this sapphire and maybe this ruby,
He probably thinks
Right
he's a
over
hippie
here.
because he does yoga in Miami.
Yeah.
You know, like rooftop yoga.
Mijami.
It says he loves his job. Casey also loves his job raising money for philanthropic ventures,
Okay.
which means that his
He's
tequila,
embezzling.
that
Which
his
means he
tequi-
launders.
that his
Yeah,
the tequila company that he does advertising for gives 5% of their revenue.
They got to
to
get rid of some of
whatever,
it, or else they're
you
going to
know.
pay taxes
agave
on it.
farmers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. And also the
In
third,
Venezuela.
You know, they have the 3 fun facts at the bottom.
Yeah.
One of his 3 fun facts. So one was the hippie, one was the camping, but hates sleeping in
Oh
tents.
my
And the
God, no.
last is he takes his eggs scrambled with salsa.
That's like saying I take my bread with a little cheese on it. It's like the most basic. It's
I'm
not.
like,
It's
why
not
is
anything.
this an exciting fact?
Scrambled eggs, a little sauce
Hear
on the
me
side.
out.
Like that is about as basic as
Hear
it
me
gets.
out. Avocado on toast.
I know.
Hear me out.
I know.
It'd
Wild.
blow your mind.
Absolutely wild.
Casey.
Scrambled eggs.
Casey, I feel
His last name's like Anderson, and he's from like
Casey.
Missouri.
I think Casey's going to be a problem in the house.
Ooh, love to see it. We love to see
I think
it.
that he is going to find himself to be better. He's going to think he's way better than the other guys, way more mature, and I think he's going to be a problem in the
Can we
house.
put a wager on this?
I love when we put bets.
How 1,000% he will say this. I didn't come here to make friends.
Oh, completely.
Ooh, I don't know if I'll take that bet.
He's gonna say like when there becomes a problem, it's like a Thomas moment, and then he's just gonna be like, I didn't come here to make friends, but like I'm just doing me. Like, what do you want me to do?
Does he take extra time? Do we see him as interrupting someone?
1,000%.
He's gonna like do some room stuff.
And that's when he'll say, I didn't come here to make friends.
Right.
He's going to be a
I
problem.
just want to figure out what his last name is. Okay.
Feel it in my bones.
Excited for him. Next.
Okay, broads, one more quick pause. Listen, I want to cook healthy, delicious meals for my family and also eat them myself. Duh, who doesn't want that? But like, can I be honest with you all? Hunting for healthy recipes, grocery shopping, and cooking healthy meals is so low on my list of activities I really, really, really feel like doing. So what's the solution for wanting to eat well but not wanting to cook healthy? It's Green Chef, okay? Green Chef is America's #1 meal kit for eating healthier, and honestly, they couldn't make it more simple.
So all you have to do is you choose the meals you feel like eating, which are always healthy, and they cater to a ton of different lifestyles and dietary values like keto, paleo, even plant-powered, and then Green Chef will handle the rest. I mean, basically the rest. You're going to get a box of pre-portioned, partially prepared ingredients, along with really easy to follow recipes, so you can prepare your healthy meals any night of the week. And because the prep work is handled by Green Chef, you get to spend way more time eating and making memories with the people you love, and way less time grocery shopping and chopping onions. Which I think is also a big plus when you have little kids, because they can really help out every step of the way. No knives involved, usually.
My favorite part about Green Chef is how many new recipes I get to try. Before, I would just stick to the same handful of dishes because I didn't want to waste ingredients if something didn't turn out, or order a last-minute pizza if the meal was a disaster. Well, Green Chef has totally expanded my meal options, and the food is better than what you'd get at a restaurant. This is no joke. It is fantastic.
Go to greenchef.com/chatty125 and use code chatty125 to get $125 off, including free shipping. That's greenchef.com/chatty125 and use code chatty125. You're going to get $125 off plus free shipping.
So the holidays are coming up, and a lot of us are dreaming of hosting friends and family for celebrations and meals, myself included. This sounds good in theory, but then when I look in my cupboards and I see the 3 chipped water glasses and 5 mismatched soup bowls and realize I'm in no shape to host a proper holiday party. Well, not to worry. Fable Home makes it easier than ever to outfit your kitchen with everything you could possibly need to set your dream dinner table.
So, Fable Home's premium dinnerware pieces are all ethically and sustainably created, handcrafted in Portugal, and they're made with recycled clay in a zero-waste facility. And the designs are minimal, but they're elevated, so that makes them perfect because they can be used for everyday use, but also dressed up for special occasions. Their sets are absolutely beautiful.
You can shop Fable Home's site to expand your existing dinnerware collection, or if you're in need of a complete overhaul, make sure you browse their pre-made bundles. You'll get everything you need to stock a fully functional kitchen, and you'll save money at the same time. I have to tell you, so I don't have those 3 chipped water glasses and the mismatched soup bowls anymore. I recently got a full Fable Home set, and the truth of the matter is, my mother came over the other day, and one of the very first things she noticed was my Fable Home dinnerware set. She told me how beautiful it was, and she told me she was proud of me for adulting, and I feel so good about it. So thank you, Fable Home.
Head to fablehome.co and use code chatty to take 10% off your first purchase. That's Fable, F-A-B-L-E, home.co, and use code chatty to take 10% off your first purchase. fablehome.co.
Next, we have Chris G. Very different energy
Wild
from
move
Casey.
with the hoodie underneath a suit jacket.
Is that a vest? It's a jacket. It almost looks like a vest where his left arm is like cut off.
What does that
He's
look
in
like?
music.
Oh my gosh.
God, dude, he's like he like writes kids songs.
No. He's like he wants to be a DJ.
I'm trying to picture what that outfit looks like below.
This is
A hoodie underneath a suit jacket? Like,
Denim.
What does that end up looking
Denim.
like?
It looks like he's not wearing a shirt under his hoodie either.
Dude, guys, he wants to be a DJ. He thinks that this is something that DJs wear.
He kind of looks like he's in Chainsmokers.
If you look at his
Right, that's what he's
if
going
you
for.
look at his skin tone, you can tell he really doesn't leave the studio.
Oh my god, that pink is not a good color
1000%.
for him.
See, I pick up, I feel the music vibes, but I'm getting more singer-songwriter, lives in
Nashville, big time.
likes to
Oh my god, definitely not.
What instrument does he play? All
He's
of them?
guitar, 100. Well,
Guitar,
yes, he
acoustic guitar.
he'll tell you that he can play all the instruments, but he definitely can't play. He can
You know,
just
a little bit of everything.
a little bit of
Piano
everything,
and
but he
guitar.
can maybe like hit a couple like keys on the. He can. His instrument is his acoustic guitar.
Guys, sorry. One last thing. I was trying to find Casey's last name. I just have to tell you one more fact about Casey. This tells you everything you need to know about Casey.
I'm so excited for AC.
He says he has outgrown the local dating scene where women care more about their Instagram stories than making meaningful connections.
I like that there's kind of a misogynistic vibe too.
Absolutely,
It's kind of
yeah.
like this. Hey man, I'm not down because the women.
I've outgrown the dating scene.
Yeah, 'cause these
women
women-
care more about their Instagram story.
Which also says the
no.
type of women.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, he's his nightlife.
an evolved man.
He's over the nightlife.
He's like, he's basically like, I want to date a girl who looks like Thotty's on Instagram, who doesn't actually have one. She
Right.
just is naturally
Yeah.
looks like a poised thought.
He's
Yeah.
like naturally 23.
Yeah.
yeah. But of course, 23.
I want a supermodel 23-year-old who doesn't use any of her looks for the Instagram at all. I just want her to be like loves books. You know, I
Her
don't get it
looks
why I
are
can't
only-
find that.
Her looks are only for me,
Yeah.
you know?
But I will still be investing in watches in this boat that I'm currently trying to buy.
I feel like he gets so frustrated when he meets younger women out and they're like, "What do you do?" And he's like, "Well, you know Don Draper from Mad Men." And then they're like, "I've never seen it." And he's like,
This
"Young
generation.
girls.
This generation.
Unbelievable." And then that's what he does on their first night in, is he shows them the first episode of Mad
Oh my
Men.
God, dude. Anyway,
Chris G gives me Connor vibes.
Yeah, big Connor vibes.
I think Chris G's like actually a really nice guy, is what I think. Like,
I mean, I think Connor
is
was
so
a nice
Nashville.
guy.
Connor is a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. He's just cringy. But I don't think Chris is going to be cringy.
I don't think so either. I think he's just not going to make it far.
I don't.
I think he won't be able to show any of his personality on camera.
I bet he's really tall.
He does look like a very tall guy.
Yeah,
Like he's 6'6", 100%.
gentle giant.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He probably's like spent a decent amount of money getting that jacket tailored, and then
He
now
was-
he wears it
especially
like, all the time.
I bet he was told to like that he should be playing football his entire life, and he was just like, I don't want to hit kids. Like it
Yeah.
didn't,
I like
that was
music.
never for him. He's like, yeah, I want to be in music.
He's like, I got bit by the music bug. And once it's hard. I mean,
the
it's like-
jitterbug.
yeah. Now I live in Nashville proper, and
I love Nash. He loves Nashville.
I've got this little
so
ditty. I
much.
wrote this little ditty myself.
You guys, he loves Nashville so much. Like he moved there maybe like 3 years ago, and he won't stop talking about Nashville.
He writes songs about like his truck and his dog, and how there's like a missing piece in his puzzle.
What does he do?
he is a
Works at a
singer-songwriter.
restaurant.
He's a singer-songwriter at cafes in Nashville,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't depress him that he's still at cafes in Nashville.
He probably is still obsessed with City and Color.
Oh my god, he loves.
So specific. So
I think he
real.
works with animals of some kind. Like maybe he works at a shelter.
Oh, I could see that.
Okay,
I like that.
that makes me feel
Kind
warm.
of a Blake vibe.
That makes me feel warm and fuzzy thinking about that.
Yeah, I get more of a Blake vibe than a Connor vibe. It'd be like if
He probably really likes dogs.
Blake wasn't Canadian and played a lot of instruments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, I'm thinking I have to go musician. I'm on the
Yeah.
musician
Yeah.
track. Oh my God,
he a
you guys.
musician?
This is about to really change our narrative. This is about to change our
Go.
feelings.
Oh God.
Male stripper.
Chris G. I wish. No. Chris G is a motivational speaker.
Oh God.
Oh,
He loves Gary Vee.
what? Oh, he loves Gary Vaynerchuk.
I don't think he's gonna really have any time on the show. I really don't think so.
You guys. Okay, well, I will say Canada. He's from Canada.
Oh, I could see that. all
Now,
day.
what is a motivational speaker from Canada like? Because, in the States, nothing more obnoxious in general. But I don't know if I've ever encountered a Canadian motivational speaker just encouraging you to be super nice.
I gotta tell you what, if I was
Just be kind, eh?
If I was a motivational speaker, I would not put that out on the show. I would say like life coach or something like that. It's a little less in your face.
Carl sort of ruined that one for
He did.
everyone.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. Oh, Carl. Okay.
Dude, I just don't.
He does have 2 cats, one named Cat and one named Small Cat.
because that's funny.
Yeah, that's funny,
Yeah.
right?
You
Get
know,
it?
that's do you get it?
Get it? Yeah.
He
Oh, you bore me.
it says that he's as kind-hearted
He
as
loves escape rooms.
Yeah, it says he's as kind-hearted as any you would expect any Canadian man to be.
He
Also-
enjoys performing spoken word poetry.
How can
Close
you
to
be?
music.
How can you
That's
be
very
28
close.
and be a motivational speaker?
I know. You brought this up before.
It is truly
It is.
mind-bending.
What the fuck?
It's like
what
it's
have
like
you
being
done?
it's like being a parenting coach and never having children yourself. Like you're like it doesn't line up.
So
You're
I felt
too
the
young.
exact same way. Like I felt like, how can you be a motivational speaker if you don't have a lot of success? But Tony Robbins was straight up just like a dude who started doing motivational speaking. He didn't have like a successful business, and then he became the most famous. So there is
Well, and-
precedent for it, which is weird. But
Well, and here's the thing: some people are really good at helping find other people finding their purpose,
Well,
and
football- like
that
football
might be their
coaches
purpose is
aren't
to help
NFL
other
players.
people, right?
Yeah.
they're like big dudes who like somehow get another group of guys to be amazing. So there is something weird about that.
The thing that they're good at is helping other people be their best,
Yeah,
and that's
right.
their talent,
It's
right? It's
not-
not building up a company or like
Right.
Should we move
That's a
on?
rough
I
one,
just
though,
feel like
man.
Chris G. I don't
Snooze.
think he's gonna be. I think he's a night 1 or night 2 gone.
Yeah.
Being a motivational speaker is also like one of those jobs where it's like, if you're really successful at it, it's like, well, that's pretty cool.
yeah,
But if you're anything under really successful, it's like, oh,
depressing.
yikes, you know?
Yeah.
100%.
All right. Next, we have Chris S. Oh, Chris
shit,
S. is
bad
gonna
boy.
be trouble.
Mr. America.
Look at that little curl. Yeah, Mr. America.
Look
for
at that
sure.
Superman curl.
Damn, look at that jawline.
Cut glass with that thing.
He's got the little butt chin too.
Yeah. Also, like, not a bad shirt pick. You know, he's got a
No.
It's like
No, it's not bad.
appropriate. Not too standard.
But
Not too wild.
doesn't he have the actor bod? Huge head,
Yes.
small body.
Yes, he's probably very
actor-
short.
the
He's
actor
probably
vibes.
very
He's
short.
probably like 5'8".
Okay.
But is the question going to be? This is going to be the big determinant on night 1 if he comes out of the limo and says to Michelle right away, "People always tell me I look like Superman. We have a massive problem," and I feel like he's going to because he looks just like Clark
Hope he
Kent.
comes out in a cape and
Oh my
in the
God.
spandex.
Honestly, I'd be down with that.
Yeah,
if he
right.
played into it, it'd be like, well, this is like, Connor coming
I
out
like
as a
that.
cat. But he looks just like Superman, and I feel like he's gonna say it.
I feel that. What do you think he does?
I don't know. He looks like an ex-pro baseball player.
Actor. I feel actor.
Will he, if he is, will he come out and say that he's an actor though, or will he go a la Greg and hide his
All right.
acting?
What did Greg say he was
ambitions?
again?
Sales or something like that.
Bullshit.
I get big real estate energy from him.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Very high end real estate.
Hospitality.
Yeah. He's good
I
looking,
say.
right? So like whatever he does has to do with like the looks are involved. So it's like sales or
Right.
real estate or something where
Which
it's like
could really
the
be
looks.
anything. He could be a dentist.
But the looks, I feel like he
I was
relies
thinking
on his
medical,
looks.
like doctor.
He looks like the dentist from That Thing
He
You
looks
Do.
just like the dentist from That Thing You Do.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love
shit.
that movie.
If he's a dentist, I am.
Chill.
Switching my practice.
I'm switching.
She's like, does he
Am I
take my
covered?
insurance?
If he is a dentist, if he's a dentist, I don't have a fear of going to the dentist anymore. I'll get my teeth worked on.
he
No,
also
but
looks like he'd be a nurse.
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
could see that.
if he's in hospital work at all, I am feeling very down. But if he's in sales, real estate, I'm then getting Not that there's anything wrong with it, but then I'm getting sleazy vibes from him.
I think he's going to do well.
Does he know how good looking he is?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Because his eyes kind of give me a little bit like,
I feel you.
does he not quite know?
I think that he knows about 80% of his hotness. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
like a lot of girls
he's aware
seem
that
to
he's a
talk to
good-looking
me,
guy.
but doesn't throw it around.
It's not like Noah.
Like if he had like the fake tan and he had the vibe of the last guy, that guy'd be like, oh my God, the guy is just like,
No,
but there's a little bit of like, I'm just me. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I talk to girls a lot. I don't know.
I think he does have a bit of a humbleness to him
Yeah, the
that
eyes.
makes him likable. I feel you. And it's not like the smile is also not overdone. Like he's a little bit like shy in front of the camera.
Yeah.
You know, he's not like,
Yeah, because if he was really owning it, he'd be like,
he's not doing a Tyler Cameron thing.
I feel like he's doing like that half side smirk. I'm getting like
I own
I think
this.
he looks like he's nervous in front of the camera. Like like you said, his eyes, he looks a little stiff. I think he's a little uncomfortable.
What do you think, Gray?
I don't know. He's hard to pin down. Just the hair, the
swoop.
this thing, that's not an accident.
By the way, though, they do have, I'm just going to put it
dial
out
that
there.
down.
They do your hair probably though,
They
right?
do your hair and your makeup.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And I could definitely see a hair artist going, ooh.
Because he's got the
she's
Superman
like,
face. Yeah.
Yes, you know, just a little
Match
perfect.
okay, so
chin.
if I see
like
him,
he might have had his hair pulled back tighter, and she might have gone, let's just ruffle this up a little bit, do a little more bad boy for you.
yeah, his eyes. He just has really nice looking eyes.
He has really nice eyes. They don't
He
like.
seems like he's like
non-threatening.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
and he
pompous.
seems like someone where it's like he could very well be like 6 foot, but he often gets treated like he's like 5'6" because he has such
that.
soft eyes.
Let's see what he does.
And he's the kind of guy where like you'd be waiting in line, like you'd be waiting like 6 people deep in the pharmacy at Rite Aid and be like pissed off at the staff behind there, and then he turns around and you're like, oh hey.
I'm going to tell you all that I think
Jess
I'm
is
right on
right.
this
Jess is
one.
right.
Because Chris is not only a commodities broker, he's from West
West
Hollywood,
Hollywood.
California.
Also listed
which
in this
means that he's
description.
not, no one's from West Hollywood.
No.
You can tell by his shirt that he's not from West Hollywood originally.
No.
Yeah.
So he came because he knows how good looking he is. He came out to make money. He probably came out initially to be an actor or model. It
So the
didn't work
actor
out.
thing.
And then he got involved in being a broker and makes really good money.
This Southern gentleman turned California beach boy is ready
Okay,
to
well, there
find
you go.
love.
Hometown hero. Hometown
His
hero.
friends describe him as goofy and easygoing, but when it comes to relationships, he isn't here to
He's
joke
a
around.
hometown hero?
Yeah, it also says burnt pizza
no, that's
makes
just like-
Chris S mad. That's scary.
It's like when you're the best looking, coolest guy in your small town, and then you move to Hollywood.
We're still in the C's, you guys. We're still in the C names.
I know, but actually there's a lot more A, B, and C names than there are. It's heavier up top.
So shut the fuck up, Grayson.
All right. Well, Chris, maybe you'll surprise us, but I doubt it. Okay.
We made it through 6 bios, you guys. 6.
Good
Hey,
Lord.
Becca, chill out.
I know. Okay.
Yeah, and if he's like a Wall Street guy, those dudes are like party animals. He's out. He belongs to Soho House.
Do you think he's gonna a secret's gonna come out about him this season? Like Michelle's gonna be really
like
into
he has
him.
a girlfriend.
There's no
Something
way
like
that.
that.
Guy doesn't have like 2 girlfriends when he went on the show.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
It's
100%.
there's no way. He's just like, it's hard to find love in Hollywood.
Yeah,
That dude is like swimming.
He's killing it on Raya.
He's got no
Yeah,
problems.
Yeah,
Let's look up-
he's
I'm gonna
doing well.
verify his Instagram.
He's
okay,
doing
but
well.
Who's up next on our roster? This is a big one.
Oh, next up we have Clayton.
Our
Clayton
unconfirmed bachelor.
Definitely played football.
Dr. Traps.
No, he did.
Yeah,
Look
he's
at
an
the traps
ex-pro.
on that king.
He is an ex-pro.
Yeah, 1000%.
You're like, no, but really he
He
is.
really is.
Oh, you already checked?
No, we know
No,
he
he
is.
just he popped literally everything we're saying. Look at his traps. His head was like meant for a football helmet.
The traps are wild.
Yes, this is our bachelor, you guys. Soak it in. Confirmed.
And he is an ex-NFL player.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Like, these are facts.
I thought you guys were just like, I was so confused by like
No.
what was happening.
No.
I didn't know any of that. He came up and was like, yeah, that guy played football.
Yes.
That dude,
Professionally.
that dude will just goes far all the time on any show like this.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we don't know how far he goes, but we know that he becomes our next bachelor.
That's crazy.
Which is so weird that
you
they're
know, yeah.
letting us know. And so then we're going to be watching
know what,
it
though?
knowing.
I don't like
Look,
that.
his eyes do what mine do though. His right eye looks like it's a little more squinty.
Don't try to align yourself
What
with
I
our
look
bachelor.
like.
Wait, hold on a second. So they told us already that this is the guy?
Yes.
So they go, hey, by the way, the guy who's in the show you haven't seen
Wait,
yet.
have
Yeah, it doesn't-
have they officially announced it though?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I think it's unconfirmed.
It's on
Oh, it's gossip.
but it's on
No, it's
literally
not.
it's been confirmed on every major news outlet.
What?
But
Yeah.
they haven't come out
It's
and said
already
anything.
they're already filming his season. There's photos of him
So
filming
he
right
seems
now.
like a good guy.
They should. Oh
So
no.
he'll go far then.
Next.
Oh no, maybe they did because they released the photos of his women on Facebook.
This is his date. Like these are his dates that are being filmed right now.
So he at least made it through halfway, 3/4, right?
Yeah, at least. So
Yeah.
he does well.
All right.
I said I think we already talked about him on our episode, and I said that he seems like someone who he's definitely Christian, and he probably doesn't like to talk about politics because he's just like doesn't like when people are fighting, even though he came from an extremely violent sport.
Yeah.
He's like, I just want to be a peacemaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of the guys who play football
I
aren't
know.
like into violence.
I know. I just find it ironic. He's
Yeah.
probably like doesn't like tense conversations, likes to keep the peace, and also likes to fucking.
All right, well, Becca, this is our chance to make up for lost time. We could just say next, or you could just keep going.
Or keep rambling on about a guy we
Keep
already
going
know.
about things you already talked about.
Ooh, is that lip gloss right there?
It's mine.
I could use some right now. My lips are
I
feeling
don't
dry
actually see it. I don't actually have that.
behind that curtain.
Next.
But for real, we can move on. I do want to say this though. We're seeing ABC go back to their Colton ways because again, this is an ex-football player. He is from Missouri and he was a medical sales rep after he played football.
All-American.
So, Clayton would love to own multiple gyms.
There you go.
So
Makes
maybe he'll be
sense.
sliding into your DMs, Gray.
Okay.
What's up, Clayton?
What's up, Clayton?
All right, next we have Daniel.
I see him spinning.
No, he does look like he does look like he won America's Got
No,
Talent.
that's what I'm saying. He has like the perfect like hello, but he does the spinning where where people dance and they spin, but their head lands in the same
Yeah,
spot every
yeah,
time.
like ballerinas.
He's
he
straight
does
up-
that shit.
The clothes make this like, and then the turn smile. This is 100%. He auditioned, like you said, for America's Got Talent. The Voice.
yes.
He is pop
Stand-up
star.
comedy.
He has
100%.
pop star energy, or like that's what he wants
Or
to do.
Yes.
he looks like he's like the hairstylist on What Not to Wear, or like some sort of interior designer, where he's
I
like,
don't know.
He's like,
He looks like his life goal is to be on SNL.
Oh, whoa.
Really? You think he's
You
like
think
a
he's
comedian?
a comic? Look
Is
at
that not the vibe?
dude. The beard is like perfectly manicured.
can't you see him being like to me he
It's a Hugh
kind
Jackman
of looks like
style beard.
the guy, like a guy on like some sort of makeover show where he's like,
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
Flip it or list it.
exactly.
An HGTV. like-
Yeah, and he's just like right in the middle every time. And he's like, you know what you could do with these hardwoods? And he's just, and he hits the splits like dead on. Exactly. And then on the other person on the show is like this grumpy, like, no, you gotta list it. Yeah. The market's too expensive. He's
And
like,
he's like-
that's
he's
not
like
what we need a part of this
positive.
show.
He's like, flip it, does a flip.
Yeah, flip it. Like he's bursting with energy. I don't know. And he goes, and that's another one. But he's like, body, and he's shockingly flexible.
He's the guy you see at the stoplight where you kind of smile because he's in the car next to you going, and like looks at you and is like, hey, and you're like,
Yeah.
that's kind of obnoxious,
Like-
but like kind of made me smile, you
like
know?
so
Look at him.
positive that you're
Yeah.
like, you know what? Like you kind of just made my day a little bit.
Yeah.
Like your joy is overflowing a little bit into my soul.
He like buys your Gatorade at the gas station, when he's in front of you, like, you know what? And I'll get her thing too. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh,
Pay it forward.
Yeah, pay it
Keep the
forward.
train going. He starts the pay it forward line in Starbucks where you're like, damn it
You're
now.
like, it's fucking Daniel.
The reason why the guy has done a ton of like tests on screen is because his body is perfectly pushed to the side and his head is kind of doing the like.
Yeah.
And he's
Like,
got
he's
like
kinda
the
loud.
perfect,
It's kinda-
he's got the perfectly curated look, like you said,
Yeah.
with the facial hair, the brows, the hair, the shirt over the shirt. It's
He
like,
spent a lot of time with pictures being taken of him, like so he
does he
knows.
look like an interior designer?
He does look like an interior designer. Now I can't get past it.
I'm on such different vibes than you guys.
It's the outfit.
It is
It's
the outfit
because it's you can tell he's stylish, but like not in like a trendy way. Like he's stylish in like a classic way.
Yeah.
I get the like flex. I get
like
the
Ty Pennington.
I'm getting like stand-up comic or like professional dancer.
But I don't feel like those are
Like a
anywhere
jazz
near each
dancer.
other.
I think he's an entertainer,
You think he's an entertainment?
but an interior designer on a show is an entertainer.
Nah, I don't get that vibe.
Guys, I just took a peek at what he is, and we are way off.
Okay, lay it out there.
He's a firefighter from Austin, Texas, which means he's
shit.
gonna fucking
He's gonna
slay.
crush
He's gonna
it.
How is
crush
he?
it.
He doesn't have a mustache. How can he be a firefighter?
Okay, hold on a second.
true.
Let's take note of this. Let's pause. Firefighter, it's a very attractive career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very good looking guy and he dresses really
Dresses
well.
really
Yeah.
that just from a black shirt and that like beige top. It's like it works really well.
It just looks good on him.
Yeah.
He's gonna crush.
Crush City
He
Unless-
values good energy, great conversation, loves a woman who can keep him on his toes.
goes by
Daniel
Danny.
loves that Michelle has the same competitive spirit that he does. He's gonna do well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really will. He loves Christmas music. That's one of his facts, and that I respect in a human.
What about this, guys? This might be a deal breaker for me.
Oh, no.
His favorite thing in the world, guess what it is being what? Finish that
Happy.
sentence.
Being
An
excited.
uncle to his 4 nieces.
No. Oh.
So now he thinks he's ready to settle down.
flags.
So now he thinks he's ready to settle down and have a family of his own because he loves hanging out with his nieces for 2 hours every.
It's
couple
either
of
that
weeks.
or it's the flex with like the guy borrowing, his friend's dog in the park
Right.
to get the girls to come by. It's like, I'm an uncle. I'm going to be a great father.
It's also like congrats. Someone else had kids.
Right.
Can we get over this? I'm an uncle.
No,
But
and
you
also-
being an uncle, it's like, you know what I
No,
am?
unless
A
you're-
son.
And aunt, by the way, is
But-
something. An uncle is nothing.
An uncle is
Also-
absolutely nothing.
An uncle is not babysitting.
No.
An
They
uncle
don't
is
trust
not,
you.
No.
You
And
just show up to the
aunts-
party.
Now, granted, my aunts did everything for me and my
Right. I was
gonna
siblings.
say-
Always babysat.
I was
spent
going to
the
say, I
night
had
with
an
them.
aunt
Never
who
spent
was
the night with the
so
uncle.
present.
Also,
No.
let's just be
No.
real though. Being a parent isn't really that special either.
That's true.
Well, it carries a lot more responsibility. Like,
Right.
you
Yeah,
know
but-
nothing about wanting to have kids because you're an uncle. I'm just going to put that out there.
When you walk in there, you go, oh, uncle, what? And you just go, what's up? And you do like a silly thing and you grab the little one and you throw him in the air and you're like, I love
Does
mine.
a tea
It's like-
party for all of 3 minutes,
Yeah, it's just,
before
like,
going and
very-
grabbing a beer.
Honestly though, like at this point, anyone who talks to me about being like, oh, I just like, I really want kids. I want all this. I'm like, you're a psychopath and I don't want to talk to you.
My uncle was a serial criminal. I loved my uncle.
No,
Great guy.
Evan's not exaggerating.
No,
I know.
both my uncles are hardcore criminals. Hardcore. Like in jail for more than 10 years each, massive drug charges, problems. I loved them. They were great. Not great guys, though. So, like, this
They
whole, like,
sound like
I'm an
really fun
uncle. They were
uncles.
just fucking insane.
They were always a fun time.
Yeah.
I can't not deny.
Gray does
Well,
have
only
like
one
the
of them.
most, like your one uncle is like the most quintessentially like uncle-y uncle, where he's
Uncle
like,
John?
hey, yeah, Uncle John is
Yeah.
like he got a rainbow parrot tattoo in Costa Rica.
He
Love.
he does the Spanish program at the high school,
Yeah,
but he's like, he's from Indiana,
yeah.
but he's fluent in Spanish. Like knowing
And he's
Spanish was
he's
like his whole career.
Bald with like a gray beard and it's just like glasses.
hilarious.
I love
hilarious.
that so much.
Everyone has a crazy wild uncle. Isn't
I
that
don't
weird?
really have a wild uncle.
I don't really.
You can have one of mine.
I guess my cousin's story about my uncle. I don't really have a wild uncle either.
I got 2.
I feel like most people just
Wild
have a crazy uncle, though.
I do have criminal uncles though.
Love it.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
well,
know.
I mean,
I would say that's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
Cool, you
so-
guys.
I have 2. I don't have
All
one
my
normal
uncles,
one.
mine are all pretty stable.
Stable
Family
dudes.
guys.
My uncle
all right.
is a musician.
QAnon supporters
My
in
uncle plays the
Indiana.
guitar for a band and has
Sick.
a mullet past his ass.
That's sick.
And then my other uncle, you can find him on YouTube playing Wolf,
find him on the
Wolf
YouTube.
Mother and smashing Mother's Day birthday cakes on his face and watching them drip down his face as he smokes
And
a
drenching
cigarette.
himself in melted chocolate with bunny ears to be a
Easter bunny.
Easter bunny.
Yeah.
But not in the cute, this is for kids way.
In the
like
very
the dark
way.
art way.
Yeah, very dark. He's an artist.
I'm scared. And I'm getting a restraining order.
My uncle is a school teacher in Chicago. And the other
Wow.
one is a successful car dealer in
Used car
Indiana.
salesman in Indiana.
Preferred automotive, anyone? That's a free plug.
I feel like maybe he has some secrets.
My uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. He had a lot of fun before he
That's
found
what I'm
his
saying.
career.
All of them.
He
All
used
right.
to be the fun uncle.
Who's next? We got Edward.
Edward.
You think
Okay.
he's gonna like pretend to be a vampire?
The chain throws me off.
If he didn't have the chain, it'd be a completely different thing.
Yeah, I know, right? Sometimes you have to lean in. I've been leaning in on all of them.
I need to
I
see
need
their
just
soul.
a close, exactly.
I need to see their soul.
I don't think Edward's gonna last long. So
No, I don't think so either.
I don't know. I really can't. I'm getting a lot of different energy from Edward.
The chain really just throws it all off for me.
Yeah.
and paired with the olive green T-shirt.
He looks like he's tried out for American Idol.
Yeah, I'm
What
getting.
does the chain say? Is there something on it?
No, it's just a Cuban
No.
link chain.
No,
The-
there's
on the
something
very
at the bottom
bottom.
though. I don't think it says anything, but there is something at the bottom.
Like
No.
shapes or
Oh,
something?
you got a clear picture.
No, it's not anything at the bottom. It's just they just flattened
Oh,
out.
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Grayson's on all
examining.
fours.
I had to get in there and
I
check it
think
out.
this guy's irrelevant.
Yeah, he's gone.
I don't know, you guys. He's so handsome.
Yeah,
I think he's awkward as hell.
You think so?
Absolutely.
You think he's just like
Look at the
very
length
beautiful?
of that chain on that
but yeah,
shirt.
it doesn't match.
It just seems weird.
They were probably like, "Do you want to tuck your chain in?" And he's like, "No."
He seems like someone who like he probably
any
wears a
chains?
vampire costume to like a Halloween party and then just like won't stop with like the blood related jokes all
Yeah.
night.
Like he loves Halloween for sure.
See, I would get I if he didn't have the chain, I'm on the same page as everyone. The chain is throwing me off. If he didn't have the chain, I'd be like, maybe I'd go the personal trainer route, like maybe something involving like health, fitness, whatever. But the chain, I now I don't quite know because it's a big chain. This isn't like a thin, tucked in or that's a thick.
I'm
chain.
getting, I'm kind of getting a Hollywood musician, like not like a cool hipster Silver Lake musician, but like a Hollywood guy that like is in like a rock band that covers a lot of like Foreigner and like 80s music, and he kind of like he wears sweatbands like the big ones, that are
Or
kind of
like
he's
the-
just kind of and he loves Hollywood strip, and
Or
he,
like one of his favorite outfit pieces is like a denim shearling jacket, the little
Yes.
shearling collar.
sure, and he's
1000%.
and his favorite store's All Saints
Yeah.
Loves All Saints.
because
Loves
it's like
it.
cool,
He hits the gym
He
though,
thinks it is.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. You see those veins.
That's what I mean, but that's
So I feel like
and his shoulders.
I feel like fitness, but again, the chain.
I think he's in something super generic. Like
I'm like, dude,
sales.
he seems like he'd be like a hip hop dancer to me.
I think everyone's a dancer.
I just don't. I
It's the
don't
new
think.
personal
I feel like.
trainer.
I
It's new
feel like
real
the
estate
chain.
agent for me.
I think the chain, honestly, is a. I think the chain is a brand new purchase of his, and it was kind of a wild choice. Like right before he went on the show, he saw someone with a chain that he thought looked really cool, and then he threw it on. But that's not his normal go-to.
Guys, can I tell you? Can I drop some stuff from his bio because you're gonna want to go off on this one.
All right.
Wellness coach, LA, enjoys listening to John Mayer on road trips.
Oh no! Oh no!
what's a wellness coach? Like someone who just like
I
helps you with
really
your
don't
with fitness
know.
and stuff.
I mean, that could really be anything in Los Angeles. Wellness coach could be anything from spiritual wellness, like lots of crystals, lots of emotional work, to like I am putting you on a specific
Like
juice
a holistic
cleanse.
dietitian.
Remember the
Yeah.
His
workshops?
clients are 1 billion% wealthy older women.
Do you
in Los
remember the
Angeles.
workshops we talked about?
He comes by the house.
All the Real Housewives.
the workshops we were talking about, the like woo woo workshops.
Yeah.
He leads them.
He leads them.
No. That's not what a wellness coach is. Like, that's not a wellness coach.
Stop popping the bubble.
I don't think he leads the woo woo stuff
No.
because the chain again.
Yeah.
The chain is.
No, like a wellness coach is like, he's going to suggest that you try being vegan for a few months or like go on a keto diet.
Don't
Like,
you see him going to like older, very wealthy women's houses
Yeah.
and kind of showing up with his like bag of stuff, and he's like,
Sleeping with
"Carrie,
them?"
how are we this week?" That's 100%, and they're kind of a sexual fantasy there for them, and like he's kind of like,
Yeah.
hey, fantastic. My band's playing at the Whiskey if you guys want to come by on Friday. And
I think a wellness coach is like an alternative dietitian / personal trainer. It's kind of like a rebranding of that kind of package.
Yeah.
Someone's going to be like, you got to get out and go hiking more. You got to.
He does like he
Drink
comes
celery
by.
juice every
He comes
morning.
by and does like a food prep menu for you.
Yes.
Leads like a half, and then you guys like work out, and then he does like a half-hour meditation at the end of it,
Yeah, for sure.
and that costs you like $1,500.
Yeah, and it's a hefty price.
He said he needs a woman who isn't afraid of a little adventure. She should be emotionally articulate and have a healthy appetite for learning and personal growth. She must love dogs. She must love dogs in all caps. He's excited by a good obstacle course.
Shut up. That's what it says.
Yeah.
He dreams of visiting Disney World one day.
that threw me off big time.
Yeah, because
low bar.
But again, also like the John Mayer thing,
Oh, God, on road trips.
road trips, loves
Why?
dogs.
Georgia, why?
Wellness coach, traveling, John Mayer lines up, and then Disney World. Like that throws me off.
No, because I can also picture him,
Campy, dude.
But think about this. He doesn't listen to any of John Mayer's new records. He's just always in his car driving down the coast singing the original Your Body is a Wonderland.
He better be bumping that room for
I
squares.
can guarantee you he loves karaoke. Like this guy, the wellness coach, like Becca was saying, it's not like woo-woo stuff. It's probably like basic nutritional
Yeah.
shit. He loves karaoke. He loves Disney shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just, he's probably a really nice guy.
He's always trying to focus on the positive.
Yes.
He's going to give me unsolicited advice, and I don't like that.
I just
Moving on.
Moving on. Next.
Is this someone's mom? Because it's the shirt with the really intense smile, with the maybe Botox, with the hair. It's just a lot.
Oh, who's the famous guy who was on the TV and he drew all the
yeah.
Oh, what's his name?
movie
The
they made-
astrology.
Yeah, why can't I think of his name?
And then you're Aquarius. He's like Aquarius. He looks like a young that guy.
You guys, this guy
They did
definitely
the documentary
looks,
about him.
he looks like
He's like a Sagittarius. Hold on, I'm looking him up.
just the contrast of the previous guy. The hair alone is like this. Like cartoon character.
this guy.
Character.
Walter
Walter
Mercado.
Oh,
He does look like he has like a microphone. This guy, and he's like,
Oh, wasn't that
Hello.
In 30 years.
the guy who's like massive in like like he's huge in Mexico and like
that's literally
that's
who
Walter
we're
Mercado.
that's what
talking
that's what I
about.
say. That's who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Walter
my
Mercado.
gosh.
this
And he's
guy.
like a Sagittarius. And he like, and he comes out in like a wizard's coat.
You know what's sick though is if
Such a
he
legend.
does have Walter Mercado vibes, like sick.
If that was his
I
vibe,
hope so.
that'd be,
I get like him. He could be like the guy in the middle of a ring announcing some sort of like and welcome to.
Oh, yeah.
He needs a mic.
Bruce
This
Buffer,
man needs
Bruce
a
Buffer.
fucking
Yes,
mic.
UFC. Like he looks very Vegas to
WWE.
me.
He's very
He's just-
Vegas.
Ready?
He's a man who walks with his hips first. You know, he's got his legs and his hips are leading the walk.
He definitely is like a Copperfield vibe.
Yes,
Like young
He has
Copperfield.
big magician energy.
Look at his
Big
teeth.
magician
And his teeth are
energy.
like the same color as the background.
He also has he also has really big Orange County mom vibes.
Right, exactly.
Dude, this guy's amazing. Sagittarius. Whoa. We have a lady calling in now. This month will be full of many blessings.
Maybe he's a medium.
He's a medium. He has to be a medium. Holy shit.
I also think like this might be just a photo with with a
weird
lot
photo,
of things.
yeah.
I'm
He
going-
styled his hair weird. He's
I think it's
I'm
1000%
going
just
boat-
this picture.
Yeah, I think so
Boat
too.
salesman from Irvine.
wow. You know,
Okay,
but it
okay.
is obvious. It seems like he has. It seems like he has a lot of teeth whitening. It does seem like he has Botox.
There's no
And
way
he
this
looks
guy
like
is
he has
not
a fake-
Miami.
He's from
Fake what do you say?
Orange
Fake
County
tan.
Fake
or
tan,
San
yeah.
Diego.
Has to be Miami. I
That's-
get
I don't
Miami.
think so. I think he's like from South
1000%.
Carolina.
No, I'm going Orange County or San Diego. That's where he now lives. Orange County or San Diego.
We could be like a televangelist.
He definitely looks like
You know, what's that show that the gemstones or whatever?
guys. Salt Lake City
Oh, Mormon.
tech CEO.
What?
What?
That's what tech CEOs look like from Salt Lake.
He dropped out of college to start what has become an incredibly successful tech company and spends his
he's
free
rich.
time traveling the world, skydiving, paragliding, and speed flying.
Well, we really
That's
got
why his
that one
hair
wrong.
looks like that. It's all
Holy
that speed flying.
You know what? I
That's
found
why he
no.
has so much volume.
His woman should be open-minded, authentic, and not afraid of a little salsa dancing.
Yeah, you're right. It is just
What
a weird
the
picture.
fuck
It's
is
just
with
a
all
weird
these
picture.
salsa dancers.
It's all these guys. Straight up.
I like that you
Oh, so
pulled
we-
the name out of nowhere. When was it? When did you watch that documentary?
Kind of
Looked it
recently.
up.
Okay.
I looked it up, but I
He
looked up the
loves
name.
Walter.
I love
duh.
Walter.
He
Scott.
woke me up from my sleep
Becca
when
and
you
I-
finished watching
Did
the
we
documentary.
cry in that documentary?
Dude, oh, it's a
We
massive
loved it.
tearjerker.
Yeah, it was
It's
beautiful.
so good.
I never saw it, but I know that Evan woke me up
Oh
from
my
dead
gosh!
sleep.
So he kept all his gowns, and like throughout him, he's like pulling out all his gowns because he always wore a different custom gown.
This is another photo of him.
Oh,
What?
Let me see. Oh, what, dude? Oh,
That's
yeah.
so much
that's
more
just a weird. That's just a
disappointing.
weird photo.
They did my man Garrett so
Garrett,
dirty,
you
dude.
got done dirty.
Extremely dirty.
I
by
mean, that
this.
doesn't even look anything
No.
like him.
No.
No,
Like
not at
that
all.
photo with him with the stash,
Not-
kind of looking Top Gun, like 80s handsome.
That guy looks like a dude who flies Red Bull planes.
What's funny? What's
Like, that
funny
guy's, like,
is
hot
Wait,
and
but
cool.
granted, no, this guy's not that cool.
Oh my God, he's
why
jacked.
do his arms look like that? Is that photoshopped?
Oh my God,
He looks like The Rock.
But only from the arms. The arms don't match the rest of his body. What is going on there? Show that again. Is that distorted? Go back to that photo of his arms, though. What was with
That's
that?
cra-
It
I
was
mean-
very scary.
Sorry,
looking.
guys. I had to look at his Instagram.
I
I
love
was like,
it.
who is this man, you know?
Wow. Well, the dude's buff
can
and
go check it out,
super
Greg.
rich. Good
Yeah.
for him. Congrats, Garrett.
But
We got
he
you
looks
wrong.
different in every single photo. Every photo looks
He
like
does.
a
He
really
wildly
does.
different person.
He's a shapeshifter. He's
he
a
really
lizard.
is. Well,
He's a
I mean,
reptilian.
again, CEO of a tech company. So who knows
Do
what
you
he's
think
into?
he knows Zuckerberg? Do you think they know each other?
Who knows?
Do you think he'll reference that in the show?
Maybe.
He
He'd be like,
probably
"Yeah, I have dinner
defends
with
Mark
Zuck."
Zuckerberg incessantly.
He'll just say something like, my buddy Mark. And everybody's like, we know what you're talking about.
We know you're talking about Zuck.
The Zuck.
Next.
Wow.
He calls
Jack.
himself a plant daddy.
Yeah, oh yeah, Plant Daddy. No, this guy is
They did him so
hilarious.
dirty on the pic that is unreal.
But I love it
If
because
you're
he's like a tech
traveling all the
CEO,
time, I don't
whatever.
understand how you could be a
But the
plant
funny
daddy.
thing is that Garrett reposted that on his Instagram also. Like he's like,
He likes the photo. All right, next we have Jack. Jack is I'm going to say this right off the bat. Jack is going to
the
go
hair.
I think he's going to go pretty far though. I think this isn't the best picture of him. I bet he'll be cuter in person. I bet he's a little goofy and kind of shy, but not in an obnoxious goofy way. I bet he'll do well.
How tall do you think he is?
I think he's very tall.
you think he's gonna do like a grocery store joke?
I bet
kinda
he'll give
like
grocery-
everyman kind
Yeah.
of.
Yes, where he's very likable and maybe a little soft-spoken, kind of
harmless.
a kind guy.
Yeah.
He has very kind eyes.
He definitely does.
And he has like a very genuine smile.
Yeah, I agree.
He seems like he protects people. Like he's like a,
Yeah.
you know, if
He
I
does the
was-
right thing.
Am I just in a cynical mood today? Maybe. I'm like,
What do you see from him?
What is your
I
third
feel
eye
like he
see?
like plays devil's advocate a little too much. Takes one
Hmm.
to know one, obviously. But
One
I
of
don't know.
my
He
kind.
he seems.
Hmm.
I'm getting a message
From Garrett.
from. My head's rolling. I don't know. I'm not sure about Jack. The hair is really throwing me off. Who styled my man's hair? Whoever styled
Whoever
Garrett's
does
apparently.
the styling on the show in general is like
do they get wardrobe or is this their own clothes?
Own clothes.
Okay, got it.
those have to be their own clothes, but
They are.
like a lot of the times the clothes like the women wear, like the show styles the Bachelor and the Bachelorette.
Yes.
Right? Fuck, dude, it's so bad.
It's so bad. But I think from the clips, from the photos we've seen of Michelle, she's
my God,
looking
she looks great.
amazing. And the photos we've seen of Michelle so far, different wardrobe stylist.
Oh.
I don't know if they replaced Carrie for the season, but all the promo shit with Michelle has been a different wardrobe stylist, and you can tell because she looks amazing.
And her body is insane.
Yeah, I know.
Which I did not, I guess, realize on the last season. But I've been seeing her in some of these promos, and I'm like,
oh, damn, Michelle.
Holy shit.
Jack, just maybe, I don't know what it is about the face, but I have very much Luke Wilson energy.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah.
I was going to say the giant in Big Fish.
Okay.
He does look like he's so tall.
He looks so tall. But can you see Luke Wilson kind of
totally.
like kind, harmless? I don't think that he's going to get into like top 5, but I could see him getting into top 10.
I have no idea what he does.
It has to be something basic. There's no way to me that Jack is not
He's
in...
almost too unassuming.
Yes.
Like
He's like, my name's Jack.
Ooh, concert
And I look
pianist.
like
I
a
that.
Jack. Ooh, concert pianist. What, like
could see
Adrian
that.
Brody status?
Yeah.
And like
Oh,
the,
wow,
yeah, that's what
okay.
you're thinking, like
I can
pianist.
see that. I have no read on this guy.
Me neither.
I've like lost.
Which makes me think that his aura is closed off.
His chakras
That's why
are
we
not
can't face read him.
aligned. He's just got like, I got nothing.
Maybe he doesn't know who he is.
Maybe.
I think that's what we're
Maybe
dealing with
Jack's
How old
searching
is
for
he?
Jack.
30.
30.
He's 30.
I could just see San Diego dude who
Is San Diego the new personal trainer,
It is.
real estate agent?
I think Jack's from Chicago. I
like
think
that.
You're really pulling a grocery store.
I
Joe
really am.
narrative.
I think he's from Chicago. I think he's in he's like an IT guy or a sales. And I don't think that his aura is closed off. I think he's probably just like maybe a simple man.
just chill.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, okay.
What?
Not 100%. Okay.
Former Army officer.
But that's not what he is now. So what is he now is my question. I hate when they do that bullshit.
Former, so it's like, what,
I
you
was in
unemployed
high
now?
school.
It's just like, okay, like if you were,
But to be an officer means he went through like
Went to college.
officer training.
Or just went to college.
He's afraid of dancing. He loves to play
still have to go through
kickball.
officer
He's a
training,
sweet
I
and
think.
compassionate man who's
Go
loyal.
to college, you become an officer. Right?
Yeah, I mean, he's like a Labrador Retriever.
Yeah, I really think that he's just like a kind of sweet
Googling it?
guy.
Yeah, I'm curious.
From Philadelphia. From
All right.
Philly.
Okay. I didn't
you're
quite
right.
get it, but I don't know. I think Jack's going to be a really likable guy.
Yeah, there's nothing.
But I don't think that he's going to like get into like top 5. I don't think America's going to be like, he's my favorite, but I could see a lot of people falling for
I think
Jack.
you're right. And the bio says he tends to be on the shyer side, yada yada. I think you're right.
You know what? It says he will throw up at the side of an onion.
I saw
Which
that
is
too. That was
extreme.
weird. At the site.
So you have to have
Oh, he
both.
sees an
Oh,
onion.
got it.
Can we move on from Jack, guys?
Yeah.
I'm like
Let's move
feeling
on.
very.
All right, broads. Let's do one more guy, and then we are going to have part 2 of this cast list coming out tomorrow on Friday.
Yee.
Yeah. All right.
Won't have to wait long.
Next, we have Jamie.
Okay, Jamie came in hot
Jamie did
with
come
the
in
top.
hot.
And are those beads too?
Let me see. Let
What
me
do you
zoom
call
in.
those tops?
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I immediately went into the bio accidentally. He's a world traveler with a taste for all things and is the type of guy who will show up at the airport and let the ticketing agent decide his destination.
Now, granted,
Obnoxious.
granted, have I always wanted to do that in my dream after seeing
Yeah.
Yes Man?
Yeah,
With
yeah.
Jim Carrey, I kind of want to do that. But in real life, a little stressful. A little bit of a stressful
Milwaukee.
situation.
And by the way, here's your San Diego guy.
Oh, wow.
Shut up. This is the guy from San Diego?
Man, not
The
expecting
casual dashiki guy is from San Diego?
Yeah.
that. He just looks like a nicest guy ever. Like
He
just
looks
nicest
a bit
guy.
older than 32.
Anyone who just goes to the
he
airport
does.
is like, choose the adventure for me is just like a nice guy.
He looks
Are
like
they
a
or are
high,
they a psychopath?
high school
Sometimes
counselor.
similar.
High school counselor.
Oh,
He totally helps you get
Big
into
time.
college. And he's like, what do you want to do with life? Have you
Yes.
thought about what you're going to, like, talks to sophomores. And he's like, have you thought about like why the algebra class is important.
Yes.
Of like, what do you want to do? Like, there's a lot of options outside. Like, he's talking to kids about trade school.
The kid's like,
he's talking
what?
to kids about community college opportunities. Like, he's also like, you don't need to know, but understand education could take you anywhere you want to go.
And Jamie 100% follows up years later with you. Like, he actually like
1,000.
He's friends with all the guys.
Yeah,
still.
he really means it when he's counseling you, and he checks in on you. He sends you that Facebook DM every once in a while.
Jeremy.
His Christmas cards are on his fridge. They're not in his office.
Big
time.
They're
Yes.
like at home to show
Guys.
people.
I have 2 words.
Go.
I actually don't know how many words this is. Biotech CEO.
Biotech CEO?
Dude, what is the
He
problem?
is
We can't nail any of this.
rich.
This is unbelievable.
He is rich.
In capital letters.
Like rich in capital letters. Right?
Yeah, that's why he can let the ticketing agent fucking decide, because he's like, look, I got a...
Because he's at a private jet.
$4,000 budget for the week, for my flight.
There's no budget.
Yeah, there's no budget.
He's got that, because if he's talking about world travel and stuff, he's got that like, I've conquered money. So what else is fun?
Yeah.
You know, like I've done the business and the thing, and now
I've
I
done the
have
money
billions.
thing.
So it's like, you know,
So why not the love thing now?
let's play normal person
Wait,
for a while.
What
Yeah.
biotech company? Let's just look
I
this
have
up because he's
I don't- I don't
32.
think they
That's
show it, dude.
young.
Okay.
That is so young to have a biotech company.
Dang.
Jamie, this is the biggest rich flex I've ever heard. Jamie once traveled to Ecuador just to try their chocolate.
Oh my God.
This guy sounds like a douche.
Jamie's, that's what I said, obnoxious. Jamie's favorite game is chess.
Yeah, because he's a genius.
Jamie has never watched an episode of reality TV in his life.
Jamie's favorite game?
Okay.
Life.
So why? Okay. So this is what I need to understand.
Wow.
Why is Jamie on The Bachelorette?
For fun.
Was it just I'm bored and I just want to experience something new in life?
I bet they reached out to him. I bet they scouted him.
Okay.
There's a weird, like, that's what I have these questions of, like, I think it's very strange the, like, podium they place the Bachelorette on, or, like, any of the contestants,
Right.
which is, like, I don't know. I think the same thing, like, when they're talking on Paradise, but, like, I'm super excited to meet this person, and it's like, why?
Right.
Why do you suddenly think, like, that person's the right person for you?
I get it.
Dude, look how wealthy
In
this
these,
guy
like,
is. You can just
snapshot
tell.
profiles. He
Oh,
looks like an
wow.
H&M
That's a
model.
smile from someone who has money.
Everything's fine.
But he looks like
Everything will always be
but
fine.
he looks like he just wears Zara.
It looks like
That's
he's wearing the T-shirt of his
I'm
company.
curious because it's also like I could put that I'm a CEO. That doesn't mean anything.
True.
But
biotech, see, you could not
you
say
can't
that.
phone it. You could say clothing CEO. You could say, you know, like you can kind of pick stuff that's a lot more attainable. Biotech is not like, no one dabbles
No,
Well,
in
okay,
biotech.
it's
let's
also
just
really
say
it's a really loose
Guys,
Right.
I'm about to
thing.
get to the bottom of
Maybe
this.
it could be a startup, but again, like Becca was saying, he flew to Ecuador just to try the chocolate. Like, this guy has cash.
Oh, sanctuary. That's his thing. #1 indoor air optimization system mimics nature's purification process.
Damn.
Wow.
Does
Well,
that
if he
mean
was
it's
doing if he's
successful?
doing air, like cleaning air, like air cleaning systems, the last 2 years were like a big boom in terms of like emphasizing the need for like
A lot of companies
central-
probably bought his stuff.
Yeah, like there was a whole movement for like hospitals used to be like the only place that had like air purification for central air moving systems. Because then when they talked about COVID, when you had like all these restaurants being like one person walks in the restaurant with COVID and then it goes up through the central AC
Right.
and disperses to the restaurant and then everyone suddenly has it. Like all these facilities invested in air purifiers.
Wait,
so
what the hell?
Jamie's
Wait,
out
wait.
here helping save us.
Wait.
And
Kind of.
making
Wait.
that money.
I looked up the website. Washington's #1 indoor air optimization system.
Washington State.
Yeah.
So does he...
So
But he lives in San Diego. Maybe that's where his dream home is. Maybe he's from Washington, but he's moved to his dream home now.
We just want to know how rich this guy really is. We're
I
just
don't
trying to
think
figure
it's
that
as
out.
rich as we think.
That's what I'm saying.
Because also biotech CEO, what biotech in this situation is an air purification system.
Biotech is also just, I had to Google this just so we can narrow it down to see how broad and unspecific the term really is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just technology utilizing biological systems, living organism, or parts of this to develop and create other products. So like if you work with plants, you could be a biotech.
That'd be
person.
crazy though to call yourself a biotech CEO and you
It's
like
just
you
a
sell plants.
It's just aggrandizing.
I mean, epic. What do you do for a living? Like he owns a small plant
It's
store.
like rebranding.
And he's like, I'm a biotech man.
But it's like what we said. It's like rebranding personal trainer to like a wellness coach.
He had a blowout. One of his best friends was in biotech. And he said there's a lot of damage there with the biotech industry.
There's a real
And he's
trigger.
like, I will not let this guy be rich.
I'm just getting. I'm just defending. I called high school counselor vibes. I
Oh,
don't
I see. So
see
you're
like
fighting for that. Got it.
hundreds of millions of dollars dripping out of this guy's
Got
account.
it.
You know?
I don't think it is hundreds of $1 millions. Maybe $1 million or $2 million.
That's what I'm guessing. So I
let's
think
say-
he's
I'm gonna
doing
say,
well.
Yeah, it seems like he's
I
wealthy.
just think
I
it's
think he's
funny.
doing well.
He's comfortable.
The red flags to me are when it's like
And he's 32.
if you're like boasting a title that would make everyone assume you're like living this certain type of life, but you're not. That says like a lot to me about like, I don't know.
Because you could say business owner or you could say biotech CEO.
Yeah, you can. So like if you're uber wealthy and you downplay it, then it's like you don't really care about. That's not like your lead to be like, oh, here's my job title and like I'm in charge.
Do you think
I'm
that
the
that's
boss.
producer work though? Because like
Maybe.
I like how it's like, listen. Well, okay. Either way, or it could just be new money. Think about this, right? If your company blew up in the last year, made a bunch of money, you're going to be like, hey, I've never had this title of saying biotech CEO, badass. You know? So maybe he's flexing for the first time.
It's true.
Let this man flex.
Let him flex.
Let
right?
him
You can flex. Go ahead and flex, Jay.
I mean, it's not
Permission
like
granted.
It's not like he's being misleading,
No,
right?
no.
no, that's
He's-
the thing.
Yeah.
That's
He
the thing.
misled all of us.
You need to calm down.
It's like something's happening.
Mr. walks in and he's like, I just let the flight stewardess determine where my vacation takes
that
place.
shit is very obnoxious.
That's
This-
extremely obnoxious. I went to Ecuador just to taste the chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I don't care where Jamie goes and where he wants to fly to because I know as we wrap this, we just have to say that we will be going to Vegas soon. So
Yes.
I hate
Maybe-
Vegas.
you're coming with us.
Vegas.
No, we're going to play craps.
Yes, we're going to
You know,
go.
the only place that is hotter than Fresno and Palm Springs is Las Vegas.
I will tell you this. I've been to Vegas maybe twice in my life. Not a huge fan of Vegas because it's not so much my scene, but I would like to experience Old Town Vegas.
Yes.
I
Okay.
like the old casinos and like the divey places.
I am with the Vegas trip if we all hire someone to do like if we can go rent costumes.
Yes.
You know, and so then Jess and I, we have like video footage of us with like glasses, like we look like Elton John, you know? With
Loud.
like
I want to be very
feathers.
loud.
Yes. Very reminiscent of your Moulin Rouge experience, perhaps, on Ari in your season. Yes.
Or maybe we do like a Dolly Parton vibe and they do like Elton John vibes.
Okay, yes.
So that's the
You could make a mean Elton John. You look British.
What?
I can't even
I
think of
guess
the
Elton
name.
John is Elton John British?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The bartender.
30 second guessing
The
myself.
bartender at the brewery was like selling craps to me. I'd never played craps. I have no
Selling
idea how to play
craps? What is
craps.
that?
She sold me on craps. She
Sold-
was like
oh,
talking to
okay.
me about craps
okay,
and her
okay.
love of craps and
Sold
how
you a
like
load of crap.
it's pretty much. But she was like, you should go to Old Town Vegas and just get to a good crap table. And she was like telling me to judge the energy. And she was like, it's basically like the most fun. And it's a huge socially dynamic game.
You know what we should do? We should each go with a set amount of money, and whoever has the most money at the end of the weekend wins. Whatever
Everyone
this
else's
competition is.
money.
Yes, everyone is. Whoever gets the most money at the end gets everyone's money.
Oh.
Listen, I'm
Wow.
in. In fact, perhaps we could make this interactive with the broads and have somehow this be bachelor related. Like the person who loses, like we have like our little like who we think's gonna win. The person who loses maybe has to go in with a little bit less money.
Ooh, side bets.
Side bets.
Yes,
Side bets.
big bet episodes. We're doing lots of wagers for Vegas. We'll do an
Many
episode
wagers.
from the hotel room in our gaudy outfits.
We also could, if we want to have more of a fun weekend, we could also
Big
just
hats.
talk about it at
We
the
get
end of the
big
weekend
hats.
on like a Tuesday.
That's true. That's true. So we can really let it all out and then we'll recap once we're done. You guys could get married in Vegas.
You know, we were
Secretly
talking
married.
about one of those kind of kitschy wedding chapels.
Yes.
Also, so
Have
far
Elvis
we're
marry
just
you?
picking out the rings. No one's wearing a ring yet. No one's been proposed to.
Not even engaged.
Let's
Yeah.
chill out, everybody.
Let's just everyone relax.
I'm just saying you could go from not being engaged to getting married by Elvis at the wedding chapel.
I do love that. That's a great.
I like that.
So things to consider and Broads things for you to let us know if you're interested in hearing episodes about, because we
Who
will
do
be
you
going
think
to Vegas.
is the most evil person on this cast list so far that we've talked about? Drop it in the comments.
Subscribe, like, and subscribe, and like.
Okay, but actually, it's been long overdue. But wherever you are right now,
Yes.
in your car,
Yes.
in your office,
Mm-hmm.
washing your dishes. This episode's about to be over, and inevitably, you're going to pull out your phone and you're going to either find a new podcast, or you're going to go listen to an Audible, or you're going to go mindlessly scroll on Instagram. Regardless of whatever you're about to do, you can pull out your phone, tap on the Apple Podcasts app, click on Chatty Broads with Becca and Jess, and leave 5 stars if we have enriched your life or entertained you in any way.
Thank you. And even if
This
you
episode.
hate us, but you like the bros, 5 stars.
5 stars for the bros.
5 stars for the bros.
5 stars for Michelle's season.
5 stars for Michelle. If you're excited for Michelle's season, 5 stars. 5 stars.
And it'll take you less than 10 seconds. So, yeah.
Quick. Broads, thank you for joining us for this part 1. We will be back tomorrow with part 2 because we do this for you. We're putting in the hours and going through this cast list. All right. So we'll chat soon.
Chat soon.
So.